Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime and go time here live at the late night place to be at the most must-see show on Twitch TV. We are the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. We are the Archiverse TV. Welcome to a very special edition of the Archiverse. It is a TWA World Television Championship Gold Rush Tournament. It is going to be absolute fire, an evening of epic, non-stop, elite-level professional wrestling action. And to kick the night off, we are actually starting off with a very special matchup, and we're going to talk about that in just a few moments. But before we discuss the programming, we're of course going to invite our guest host with the most on to the broadcast. He is from the team Extreme, is what we should have called them. They were called the Nation of Domination in Archiverse 2.0. They probably should have been called Team Extreme. They were absolutely devastating to the tag team division. Team Woozy the Villain 1993. Welcome, Woozy, to the broadcast. Woozy, what's going on? Welcome to episode number 280.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
What's new and exciting?
I had an amazing stream today.
You did have an amazing stream today. How'd that feel?
It felt fantastic.
Yeah, you sounded fantastic. You sounded like you were having a good time. That's always the most important part. Your dead air time was much less. It's still a work in progress, but it is much less. What you got to work on is slowing down your speech just a little bit so that you can speak more clearly, because sometimes you sound like you're mashing your words together and trying to say more than one thing at once, and I start to wonder if you're from Newfoundland, Canada. Because if you've ever visit Newfoundland, Canada, man, oh man, you would never know they spoke English. I'm telling you, they can literally take 3 or 4 words, combine it, and do that for an entire sentence, paragraph, novel, whatever, and understand what each other are saying. And it is crazy. But they are great people. They are really great people. They take you in. They make you feel like you're part of the community and treat you like your family. It's an amazing place to be. I always say that it is the perfect example of how you would expect Canadians to be. People that imagine us as the perfect beings, overly polite to one another. We are some of the best fighters in the world up here. Are you guys all crazy? Are you all nuts? But anyways, Newfoundland, Canada, however, they don't get me wrong, they're a bunch of crazy Viking heritage bastards, so they can fight too, but they are some of the nicest people on the planet, bar none, and considered some of the happiest people on the planet too, not to mention. Probably has something to do with the fact too, I wake up and have coffee, they wake up and have beer. They wake up and have beer. And I'll tell you, they have their own version of what you would consider a moonshine, and it is called Newfie Screech. And I'll tell you, they can drink that stuff like it's water. I drank it, and it's crazy, and it's like a mixture of 9 different things, like 9 different types of rums or whatever it is that they manufacture and put all together. But they drink it like it's water. I drank it, and I immediately wanted to call 911. I thought I was afraid not only was I going to shoot flames out my mouth if I spoke, but I was already drinking a lot that night, and I was afraid I was going to start shooting flames out of another part of my body. I didn't want to do that, and it was one of those things you were afraid to whip it out, take a pee, and burn the establishment down. It was crazy. My nose was burning. I was like, whoa. Now, after you drink a couple of shots of it, you're not bad, because they told me they're just drink another shot. And at first I was like, oh, that's crazy. He wants me to eat another blowtorch, motherfucker. He does. And I'm like, well, whatever. It's they know what they're talking about. So I did, and for the first little bit, it was like all over again. I thought, oh, that fucker lied to me. But then, a numbness occurs, and suddenly you're just flying a little bit, because it is potent stuff. They actually sold a version of it up here in the liquor stores, but of course, because it's LCBO up here, Liquor Controlled Board of Ontario, They, of course, had to... It wasn't obviously the same as what they're drinking there. Just a version of that kind of tasted like it. I remember tasting it. I thought, hey, I'm going to try it out, whatever. So I remember trying it, and I thought... No,
thank you.
that is not it. I mean, if it was the equivalent of a camel piss version of a beer type of thing. Is like that is not Newfie Screech. I mean, if you try to give that to a Newfie, they are gonna spit that in your face and ask why you pissed in their glass. Like, they're not gonna be happy. So, but anyways, great show planned tonight, Woozy. As you know, the championship that Christian Hart thought he was funny by stealing and wearing out to the ring last night, by the way, right? Right? What was that about? I mean, really?
Apparently, what I heard, why he did this, was to try and annoy you by it.
Well, yeah, okay, fine. Let's go with that for a moment. But if you go back... a hot minute, you will recall a conversation that Team Christian Cool, of course, brought up about, all the titles except for the Archiverse World Heavyweight Championship were simply, right, simply mid-card, secondary, if you will, right? But suddenly, so what? The TWA World Television title is not the TWA World Heavyweight Championship. It is not the Archiverse World Heavyweight Championship.
No, it is not.
It is not even the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. So, I mean, you see where I'm going with this? Right.
Why is he holding a title that is...
Right, what is the connection there? I'm curious to the connection for the once known as the NWA World Television Championship. Of course, the Archiverse acquired the rights to the company, and we still hold the heritage and the prestige and the history of the NWA titles, but TWA style. So they are TWA titles now with the prestige of the NWA championships. But again, not a world championship.
Maybe, and I'm just spitballing here. Maybe he's so desperate to hold a goal that he will do anything to take off from him being eliminated from the Rumble in 30 seconds.
There's that. That is definitely that's a possibility. I still wonder if there's some sort of a connection, like I don't know, maybe in the Hart family. Maybe we should look in the Hart family history to see if there was anybody that ever held that title. Why didn't you bring that up and see if you could find anything? And while you're doing that, so in addition, obviously, as you can see right in front of your face, in addition to a fantastic TWA World Television Championship Gold Rush tournament, we, of course, as requested by Team Tiliana Pearson, let's be honest, everybody really enjoyed last night's first ever 2 out of 3 lockdowns matchup. It was the first time we've ever had that matchup, and it was an innovative piece of artwork, if you ask me. And it was a lot of fun. The only way to win the matchup is by pinfall, submission, or knockout. You cannot climb over top of the cage. You cannot go through the door. You are locked in 4 sides of steel until somebody either knocks you out, taps you out, or pins you to the mat, or you do it to them. And that's how that works. So, because everybody had such a good time with that, and Tiliana, I probably would assume spoke for many of the audience members last night, requested a women's division version of the best 2 out of 3 falls lockdown matchup. So, the Archiverse management team accommodated the request from Team Tiliana Pierce. Tonight, for the first time ever, the women's division, the best of the best in the women's division, arguably, and we'll go over those superstars in just a few moments, are going to be locked in 4 sides of steel, just like the men were last night. 2 out of 3 lockdowns, win by pin, submission, or KO. It is going to be an absolute high-octane, non-stop action matchup. I'm very excited for this matchup, and it is a great way to set the tone and lead us into the tournament that's going to be a little bit later on. We're also going to see the brand new, I say because the Archerverse management team decided we did not like the WWE World Television Championship. It has been changed. It is now the WCW TNT Championship. So we've always been inspired by the AEW TNT Championship. But I always thought the belt could have been nicer. I didn't like the side plates. I thought the belt could have had more gold on it. They could have done a nicer job. The Archerverse and Vinny K conspired and created a WCW Thunder TNT World Championship. We're going to see that tonight. The holder is already in possession of that beautiful new championship belt. It's been in the works for just a bit. So you're going to see that debut because Marcus Stevens, big money from Team Tiliana Pierce, is going to be having a one-on-one matchup later this evening by anybody that decides to step up to the plate. No title will be on the line, but he is in the house. Just a hot minute after after winning, becoming victorious and earning what is now known as the WCW Thunder TNT Championship. He's all ready to get back in front of the crowd and do it again. Go to war, go to battle, Woozy. He's ready to rock and roll.
I accept.
And we're, of course, not going to, we are certainly not going to interfere in that.
Nope.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do tonight.
But I accept the open challenge, though.
Well, it's an open challenge to the main roster.
Okay.
Open challenge to the main roster. So most of the championships have already had their, already sitting with their victors. So now it is time to invite the rest of the roster to compete for these championships. But they are not just walking in and getting championship matchups. No. No. They will earn them. And if they are lucky enough to be gifted a championship matchup in the championship rounds in the coming weeks and months, then they shall be blessed by the Archerverse gods themselves. But until then, they will earn them. The reason all of the teams have been battling each other for these championships in the last couple of weeks is because we wanted to have the very best of the best battling over the titles, so we can move forward, not knowing that all of these superstars are amongst the best of the teams. They're also the best on the roster. And, of course, that doesn't mean the rest of the teams aren't as good. It just means on this evening, these are the champions. And you see how good the rest of the roster is because they are going to battle with some of the greatest superstars on the planet and putting on clinics. The tournaments have been phenomenal. The kickoff matches, sensational. Even the dark matches have been absolutely epic. So it's been a great time. The soft launch of the Archerverse 3.0, and I can't wait to fully launch. Hopefully that's coming sooner than later. So just waiting for that little wee fix so that the universe mode is not jarred up for those of us that are creating content. And it's not just those of us that have a lot of content, even people with a little bit of content that are already being able to utilize it. If they try to save anything or make any alterations to their arenas or shows, they crash. And then other people are now having the same issue I'm having. So, and the devs are aware. And I also got a response on Twitter from the WWE 2K sports devs on there. And I submitted a ticket, and of course I was already submitting the reports from the crashes from Universe Mode anyways. So far no response back since they reached out to me, but we'll see what happens with that. Regardless, I'm sure the last I checked and researched, they were aware of the situation anyways. There was just no timetable on a fix for it. So it is what it is. We are the Archerverse. We can get around it. We can work through it because we are the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period, and the best promotion for professional wrestling on any platform.
Yes.
So let's have a rundown of this fatal four-way 2 out of 3 falls lockdown matchup. What a star-studded cast. You got Olivia Payne from Team Woozy the Boa 1993. Woozy, what do you think about Olivia Payne being locked inside 4 sides of steel?
I feel bad for her opponents.
You feel bad for her opponents? You think she's going to run through all of them?
not run through, but destroy them.
Destruction is predicted.
Yeah.
All right, well, Tia Stevens from Team Tiliana Pierce also in this matchup, as you can see to the immediate right. And she's, of course, a formidable former multiple-time women's champion. And, of course, been very successful in the Mixed Match Challenge Championship division. Hungry as always looking for a fight is Tia Stevens. Tough competition there. And, again to the immediate right, Dynamite Jessie Williams has already, of course, become the queen, the undisputed queen of the Archerverse in just recent times, just in the past week. So she is already sitting on cloud 9. She is at the top of the food chain. She's looking to perhaps become a double champion here tonight. Wouldn't that be interesting? Dynamite Jessie Williams. If that were to happen, she would become the third. And yes, I do say third double champion in the Archerverse 3.0. You'll all recall that last night, Kyle Brewer, with a sensational, absolutely sensational tournament victory, won a championship last night, and then he went on to the dark match, challenged AJ Styles to a rematch from just a few nights ago. AJ Styles, of course, was forced to put the Mixed Match Challenge World Tag Team Championship on the line, and the reason for that, if nobody remembers, is simple. In the Mixed Match Challenge division, they can either challenge each other as a tag team or in singles competition, but if the champion accepts the challenge and puts the title on the line in singles competition and loses, their tag team also loses, the championships change hands. Now, of course, it has to be challenged by somebody in the Mixed Match Challenge division. It can't just be challenged by anybody, of course. That would make no sense. But that is how that championship works. Kyle Brewer avenged his loss and picked up the Mixed Match Challenge World Tag Team Championships for his team, the Acolytes. Yeah, it was a great match. Great match. But anyways, yeah, so that was pretty amazing. So if Jessie Williams is able to accomplish... Oh, sorry. So that said, that makes them the Mixed Match Challenge World Tag Team Champions, and Rose Brewer was already the Archerverse Women's World Champion. So automatically she became a double champion because of Kyle Brewer. So Jessie Williams would become the third. Interesting.
That's she would.
Intriguing.
So did the Soul Man win last night, or did Hart get his revenge?
Nope, the Soul Man beat the Iceman Christian Hart. He retained his TWA World Heavyweight Championship. Great match, though. Really, really good match. They really went at it. It was a good match. Okay, so to the immediate right, the last but not least in this competition, Elijah Archer's little cousin, of course, gone through so many evolutions in the game, always evolving and changing things up. Charlotte Knight in the house, ready to rock and roll. And it's going to be interesting to see how she performs. It's been a hot minute since she's even been in the singles competition. She's been dabbling in the women's tag team division, and then for a little bit even got involved in the Mixed Match Challenge Tag Team Championship division in the Archerverse 2.0. So you got 4 of the very best and fierce vixens in Archerverse and Universe history thus far in one ring, locked inside 4 sides of steel, best 2 out of 3 lockdowns. For what, Woozy?
The WCW...
Nope. The TWA Women's World Championship. And that is how we're setting the tone for the evening. That is going to be the first match of the night. We're going to get to that in just a few moments. So anyways, tell us more about your stream.
It was amazing.
We got a little bit of time to make up. I mean, people are still figuring out we're even live, so that's the unfortunate thing about lag on Twitch.
Yeah. I had a great stream. I had some great conversations with some amazing people today.
Nice. Good to hear.
It was. I found out some awkward news about Cody Rhodes, about him possibly backing out of his match.
Oh yeah, that's completely rubbish though. That's just people throwing stuff out there to get things stirred up for WrestleMania.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They got to do it. I mean, they tried to. Well, they didn't start the rumors, but they tried to let the rumors fly that he might even be going back to AEW a couple weeks ago. Remember that? But I mean, yeah. But I mean, we knew that wasn't happening. I mean, it was all but verified by people very close to him that he was not happy with AEW far before he even left. We've discussed this as you recalled, at the after party.
That's right.
And at that time, I remember saying to you, I will bet you any money that he ends up back in WWE, and he would come back and be pushed big because he left a star and is returning a superstar.
Yes, he is.
People, yeah, and people really, really like the American Nightmare gimmick. And it's kind of cool when you think about it. I've always joked about it because, you know, his father was the American Dream and now he's the American Nightmare, right? and then you had Goldust. So I mean, that was all kinds of weird going on in their family, wasn't it?
And then Stardust.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what though? I'll be honest. I liked the Stardust character.
I did too. He was funny.
Yeah, I think he got sick of it after a while, but my God, he did a good job with it. I actually thought that in a short period of time, the Stardust character became better than the Goldust character ever was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I actually thought they should have put the Intercontinental or the United States title on him and had a big run with that thing. The mystifying. I hope like before his career is over, when he's done with it, you know, I hope he brings that back for a short spell. That'd be a great way to end his career. Like, you know, he can throw on some makeup and an outfit and come. For some reason, the Stardust character comes back and possesses him or something. I don't know.
I don't think
that's probably not going to happen.
I don't think they'll allow that to come back.
Yo, Archer, where the hell is Ashley Blackheart? Oh, don't you worry. Ashley Blackheart's going to be debuting very soon, my friend. Very soon. Very soon. Matter of fact, depending on the flow of the matches tonight, it might even happen tonight. It might even happen tonight, Soul Embers. So, Soul Embers, what's new and exciting? What's going on? Have you become a millionaire? Did you buy a new vehicle? Are you still driving the struggle bus? And does it still have a Prius horn? Which I still find amusing that you took the horn out of it and left Woozy with the vehicle with no horn.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Soul Ember.
The dumbass installed a bicycle horn. A bicycle horn in a car. They had better horns in the 1800s than Woozy put in his vehicle. A dollar store horn. I'm surprised he didn't have a little bell. I mean... But yeah, what's going on? What's new and exciting? How do you like pain? Are you talking to me or are you talking to Woozy?
Just to clarify, the swear jar is damn or hell a bad word enough to get banned?
What's that?
Is it words hell and damn?
Well, yes, because most people consider them offensive words. Right? Any words that somebody might consider offensive, we will consider profane, therefore still part of the swear jar. It doesn't have to be an actual cuss word. Just to make it more fun. While you're in the swear jar, right? And while you're in the swear jar.
Yeah, that got me last night.
It did, because you said damn.
Yeah, and today
yeah. I'm surprised you got caught in that, because if you recall, that happened to me. The same thing. I said, damn. I said, damn, and I got banned from a match. Yes, I did.
Oh, so Payne's a fucking beast.
Payne is a beast. So yeah, I did. Oh, he ended up saying both of you, but I wasn't sure who he was talking to. But yeah, no, I like Payne. You know what? Do you know how many comments I've had? How many compliments about how much better all the characters look, the titles, the arenas? Like, people are really having a good time.
Yes.
Yep. Really are.
A lot of good work.
I mean, everybody's done a lot of good work, right? We've all. That's the thing about the Archiverse. That's why I always, sometimes I've had people say, well, why do you say we? Why don't you just say my? Why don't you take more credit for your channel? Because it's not about me. The Archiverse is not about me. The Archiverse is about us. The Archiverse is about the army. It's about the teams that we work with to come up with storylines and have wrestlers either created for or downloaded for to be part of the shows. It's about the conversations we have. It's about the support we have for one another. It's about just having a great time overall. And that is us. That is not me. And that's why I say we. And so this is our channel, our show, and our party. So we is what we say. And I think some people have a hard time accepting that. But it is what it is. I mean, I don't... But is it not true?
It is true.
This is one of the only... Listen, I've been in a lot of fantasy wrestling leagues, especially when it was back in the eFed days, when it was online and you had to type things up and you were submitting stories about characters you were creating as opposed to creating them in a game and watching it live. And it was a great time, and we had a lot of fun. I ran my own eFed for 5 years. It was a great time, and I had no problems then either. But there was a lot of egos of people that did. And a lot of the problems with eFeds is a lot of the times the Fed owners want to push their own agenda. And literally, Team Christian Cool likes to joke about nepotism because Archer, of course, will get in on a title match from time to time. And that's fun. But I actually did see that a lot, so I had to always make sure that my methods of judging back then and everything else was fair, and storylines were great. And that's why my sons, because they remember all those stories, that's why they encouraged me to start up out here on Twitch and take those stories, evolve them, make them new, and bring them to life for all you guys. And it's been a hell of a party since, by the way. So I thank them for that. Shout out to Exposed Gamer and Entity Unknown, because they're the two that got me to start a Twitch account and bring the Elijah Archer stories to life and open a world of our own. And that's exactly what we've done. This is a world of our own. It really is. All right. But that said, by the way, here's a fun story. So we all know the Jay Ironman character. So I was just joking about him the other day because I said he's too lazy to have a Twitch account. He is a busy man, don't get me wrong. But it had actually been a hot minute since I'd even spoken to him. I know he checks out. He's already on Facebook for stuff, so he does check out the Facebook page and stuff. So he does see some of the stuff that's going on. But anyway, neither here nor there. I actually got to talk to him today. Jay Ironman's real name is Jason. Anyways, his birthday is coming up. And so I wanted to make sure, in advance, of course, I reminded him that he was getting old. And then, isn't that nice of me? And then...
very nice of you, Archer.
Yeah. I'll share the screenshot of the conversation in the Discord later. Maybe he wouldn't mind if I did that. Just a part of it, not all of it. But we got talking about the Archerverse and how people love the Iron Man and Archer character and stuff like that. He gets joking around. He goes, "Wait a minute. That means I'm almost famous. Where the hell are my royalties?" He says. The Jay Ironman, and I've told this story before, but the Jay Ironman character and the Elijah Archer character, obviously my name's not Elijah Archer. His name is Jay, but not Ironman. They are very loosely based on our childhoods and some of the adventures we had. Of course, I elaborated and exaggerated, and we didn't just go blowing up trucks and buying weapons manufacturing companies and all the crazy events. Because the story of Elijah Archer and Jason Ironman what it was about was two larger-than-life superstars that were trying to balance life between being superstar professional wrestling athletes and trying to live a normal life, because they were in the prime of their careers, and obviously that means they're in their, at the time, in their probably 30s. They're looking for the future, what they're going to do afterwards, and so that's why Archer started buying weapons manufacturing companies and distilleries and a whole bunch of other things. Went crazy hunting groundhogs that didn't exist. A whole bunch of fun stories. I'll see if I can find some of them. If I can, I'll post some of them in Discord as well. I have a lot of the stories on thumb drive, and they're actually done in script style. And the reason I did them in script style was because I always envisioned them as being like a graphic novel of these two larger than life. And believe me, there's a lot of cursing. As you know, I do a lot of cursing, so believe me, it translates to the stories. And some of the most favorite stories that went circulating back then, we did podcasts too. Actually, if you look on the Archerverse channel on YouTube, at the bottom you'll see something called Fed Hype, and those are very old podcasts that we uploaded about 7-8 years ago. They're actually from about 9 or 10 years ago, I think, or something like that. Those are podcasts we did discussing the eFeds that we were in. So we were doing podcasts back when podcasts were literally just becoming a thing, and we used Skype, and we used software editing to put in to make the show. And so on the Archerverse YouTube channel, you will see. I don't have it blocked. You can probably see some of my martial arts videos that I have saved too. Most people know I'm a martial artist now for 36 years, so it's just my life. I mean, right now it's not, but it's always on my mind because it has been my life. But you'll see that on there. You'll see the Fed Hype, and that was from and so yeah, those stories from back then is what gave birth to the Archerverse overall, and. So it's the Archerverse actually has history. Even Dave Devious, which I haven't recreated yet, only because I know Dave's been busy and I don't know if he wants me to bring back a similar character or a different one. See, I've basically spoken to all of our team members. There's only a few that I haven't. I have to speak to a few more people. Him being one of them. To see if he wants any evolutions done or if he just wants the same type of character to be brought. Anyways, Dave Devious, Dave Demented, formerly known as Dave Demented Gaming, here on Twitch. He's still on Twitch, but he changed to Dave Demented. I think it's just Dave Demented now. And he was the one. You will actually hear him on some of those podcasts with me back then. Him and I have been talking mostly online for a decade. And he lives in Detroit, Michigan, and that's how we became friends, was back then. We just, for some reason, clicked, and we just started talking, and we became online friends. And, obviously I've seen him. I'm actually on his real Facebook and stuff like that, so I know what he looks like. He knows me, and, we became friends over time. We've never actually got a chance to visit each other, but we have way two separate lives, and that's probably not a likelihood. Well, I mean, never say never, but it's still cool that we talk. It's still cool that we connect, and he supports me here on Twitch, and that's why the Dave Devious character is still a part of the Archer stories and a part of the Archerverse. So, yeah, interesting story.
Very interesting.
Like, I mean, if you read my information right on Twitch, or when we pop the information of Tell Me and Tell Me More, it does give you a small blip of what the Archerverse is and where it came from. But it doesn't tell you the whole story of the fact that Archer and Ironman actually loosely based on our actual childhoods. And believe me, we did have a whole hell of a lot of fun, minus some of the antics, obviously, but there are many stories that I could show you where they were more based on than they were loosely based. But overall loosely based, if you know what I mean. Obviously not, we're going to sit there and tell our whole life story. We're going to, I mean, that wouldn't exactly, I mean, and plus not to mention, we're not professional wrestlers, right? We just were professional wrestling fans and always kind of wanted to be, but where we grew up in our lifestyles where we had no access to any wrestling training or anything like that. Believe me, if I had access, I don't know, if I had proper access to professional wrestling training, I might not have been in actual martial arts as long as I was. I might have stopped that earlier and pursued that, to be honest. I've always wanted to be involved with wrestling. I wish I could win money and start a small indie promotion and travel with it. Except for, you know what, I would have seasons, because I'd want to be home with my family too, because obviously I'd have to go travel across Canada, because I'd mostly stay in Canada until I built it up, but I'd want to be with my family, so I would only do it in seasons, so I'd be gone here and there. But I mean, it'd be so much fun, and I know I could do it. I've got the mind for it. I've got the, you know, and I would be heavily involved in it myself too, as far as being behind the commentator's booth and choosing proper you know what, I would actually, if I was able to do that, I'll be honest, I would definitely bring in well, actually I won't tell you his last name, but I'll bring in Christian Cool. I was going to say his real name for some reason, but I'm not going to do that because I don't know if he would like that or not. But yeah, I would definitely contact him and say, yo man, I mean, our we click, you know.
I noticed that.
Like, our chemistry together is phenomenal. There's been shows where people weren't sure if we were mad at each other or not. It's so funny. We always laugh when we get into Discord because we've done such a good job at selling what we're doing that, you know, because there was times where Cool would rib me on things, or maybe he would he'd be in character while he was doing it too. But sometimes newcomers don't get it. Yeah, like, I bet you there's newcomers that come in and think, "What the fuck is going on in here?" and run. You know what I mean? Unless somebody tells them, "Yo, it's okay, you know, chill. This is what happens over there." If they're not prepared and they just come in thinking they're strolling on into a regular wrestling channel, boy, are they in for a surprise. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They are in for a surprise. But Soul Embers, well, funny story. Adam Danger is my wrestling side of life. Nice. I think you've told me that before. I believe you have told me that before. I believe so, anyways.
Dynamite just redeemed electric compliments from the
Yo, Jesse, Dynamite Jesse Lee in the house. Wow, to what do we owe the pleasure? The undisputed queen of the Archiverse. Reluctant compliment from the coast. Well, that would be you, Uzi. So that means Jesse Lee gets to say whatever she wants to you, Uzi, and you have to say the utmost respectful things in return.
I do. So, Jesse Lee, what do you have on your mind?
And by the way, Uzi, could you drop the triggered command for me, please? And the dynamite. There's a dynamite command and a triggered command. Jesse Lee, we are great. How are you? Welcome into episode number 280. Jesse Lee, do you believe that? 280.
I don't know.
The very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. And still expanding and growing. Sorry, Woozy, what?
I don't know her command because...
Exclamation dynamite. I just said that. You don't listen to me, Woozy. I swear, in a past life, we dated. That is ghastly. Oh, we've missed you. We miss Reese. Reese. You know what, though? Reese is ducking me. That's what he's doing. He is still ducking me because he knows I'm... See, I wonder, because he hasn't streamed in a while, do I lose all my points after a while? Like, does he lose his... I wonder how that works, because I had a lot of points gaining on his ass. And then he started, you know, scaling back the amount of time he was streaming, and... I mean, I could have done so many villainous things, and I just didn't. I was holding on. I was holding on to the thoughts and collecting those points. Soul Embers, drop in the commands list. I was actually talking to Reese on Instagram. I actually don't really talk to anybody on social media anymore, but... I happened to send him a picture of your Queen of the Archiverse Championship Tournament victory, and so and he responded, and then him and I started talking. So it was nice to hear from him. Nice to hear from you. It's nice to have you in the chat, in the house. Oh, it's a good night already. We haven't even started. We're just about to get started. We are just about there. We were just discussing, well, actually, we were discussing a lot of things, really. Mostly this matchup coming up here. Jessie Lee, check out this matchup. And by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but you're in the match. That be you. Right on the right-hand side of Tia Stevens or on the left-hand side of Charlotte Knight. And this happens to be a very innovative, brand new matchup. We just introduced it last night. The men went to war. It is a best 2 out of 3 lockdowns match. The only way to win while you're locked inside of 4 sides of steel is by pinfall, submission, or knockout. It is a ferocious and vicious matchup, and this is for the NWA, or former NWA. It is now the TWA Women's World Championship. And, of course, we're going to get that underway in just a few moments. In a few moments, we were actually just about to get started, but then Woozy caught my attention by suggesting that the infamous, the great queen of the Trigger Talk TV boys, the absolute sensational and fire dynamite Jessie Lee was in my chat room, gracing us with her presence. And sure enough, voila, awesomeness personified is what that is.
It is.
It is.
Welcome in.
Do you know Dynamite Jessie Lee? Have you met her before?
No, I have not.
You have not.
I've not had the pleasure.
Well, you'll have to make sure that you... Well, she is also a streamer. She has not been streaming, but we are all in hopes that she is going to get back to doing that. She's absolutely fantastic at it. She was one of the fastest rising Twitch superstars, probably in the history of Twitch, if I had to look. But make sure you jump on over twitch.tv/Dynamite Jessie Lee. Follow her channel. That way when she does get back at it, you can make sure you can check out her channel. Always great content. She's, of course, also correlated with the Trigger Talk TV boys. You guys all know who the Trigger Talk TV boys. They are the place to be. 3TV Reese, 3TVB, and I'm Just Key. We all know who they are. They are Reese the Voice Williams, Uptown B. Henry, and the villain of the Archerverse, Kareem Key Woods. They are all supporters, followers since the inception, and that is one of the greatest communities on Twitch. So we want to make sure we always show them some love. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this first matchup started because this is how we're starting the show. This is the kickoff match. This is how we're setting the tone for the evening before we get to the tournament. So, ladies and gentlemen, episode number 280, live here at the late night place to be in the most must-see show on Twitch TV. We are the very best in fantasy wrestling actions, bar none, period. It is showtime and go time. Let's get this championship 2 out of 3 falls lockdown match going for the TWA Women's World Championship. Shall we, Woozy?
We shall.
We shall be free. Sing it, Woozy.
We shall be free. We shall be free.
Oh, God, stop it. I apologize, folks. Please do not change the channel. That is my fault. I take responsibility sometimes for things in life. I do apologize for that ghastly sound. Woozy clearly needs to gargle. He sounds like he got frogs in his mouth there. Wait, what's going on at... you were spending too much time with Glenola. The finer than frog's hair stuck in the throat is what's going on there. Yo, dropping 200... tiny little beautiful gems, and still dropping tiny little beautiful gems is Dynamite Jessie Lee, making a mess. Bromer's not here yet. She is going to anger the Mod God. The Mod God is going to be very upset, and he won't be here for probably at least an hour. By then, that is a whole lot of... I mean, it is now twinkling in here like we are shooting an episode of Twilight. What is happening right now? But alright, while these vixens come out to the ring, I'm just going to go grab myself another quick drink. My throat's just a little bit dry. I want to make sure I take care of that right away. Yeah. Do not want to be losing my voice in the middle of the show. That is not good representation. So, yeah. And plus then Christian Cool later will have something to make fun of me about. That's not going to happen. That is Mr. 30 Seconds. Number 30, last in 30. Come on. He does not get to gain the upper hand again. No.
No.
He does not. He does not. All right, so here we go. It is showtime and go time. TWA Women's World Championship on the line. Best 2 out of 3 lockdowns. The 4 baddest vixens on the planet going to war. Let's go.
Let's go.
And I'll be right back, Woozy. Entertain the masses, will you?
I will. And so Olivia Payne is going to win this match. A little background on Olivia Payne. She was in the Ultraverse 2.0. She was a beast then, but then she decided to go on the road for a little bit and play on some indie scenes, win titles, so on and so forth. But then the Archerverse gave her a call back, asking if she would make her presence again. And of course, we cannot tell the Archerverse no. So we decided to fix her up a little bit. Me and Soul Embers, we decided to recreate her. And now she is making her in-ring debut for the TWA Women's World Championship. And she is hoping she can walk in without gold, but walking out with gold. This is going to be one hell of a battle. And I met all the fixings in this match.
Is a fatal 4-way steel cage match.
Destroy one another.
It is for the
Making her way to the ring now.
Alliance Women's World Championship. Making her way to the ring from Minneapolis,
She's
Minnesota. The Anomaly, Tia Stevens.
Wow.
So much on the line here tonight, guys, as we look to crown a new champion.
That's right, Cole. We're guaranteed to have a new champion at the end of this one. It's not very often you can say that.
And then, today I had an amazing stream. I streamed some GK22 myself. It was an amazing time. And tomorrow I'll be doing it again. And there might be a few surprises in there for you guys. If you guys don't hop over to my stream tomorrow. I'm not going to give any spoilers. Now I'm making her way to the ring. Dynamite Jessie Williams, also known as from Team Dynamite Jessie Lee.
All right, I have returned.
Welcome back.
I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, let the giant puppy out before he ate me. Look at that beautiful Queen of the Archerverse Championship title belt.
Matches for the vacant championship,
Which means tonight,
Dynamite Jessie Williams
is our next champion. And it's about time, if you ask me.
Dynamite Jessie Lee. Yeah, I was just giving them the background of Olivia Payne.
And before I forget, there is the Trigger Talk TV command.
And from Tucson, Arizona,
Did you end up dropping the Dynamite command?
the Warrior
Princess,
Olivia Payne.
I try everyone.
Here we go, guys. We're finally going to crown a new champion here tonight.
Cole, this match right here is the absolute definition
There we go.
of history making. Whoever wins this will
Girl
forever
Dynamite
have their name
in the house.
history books.
Gotta
That's really
show her a little bit of respect so people can jump on over and smash that follow button. That way when she does decide to go live again, make sure you enjoy that content. She is amazing to watch. Always a lot of fun. She's always vibing.
And Byron, you can't deny how aggressive she's been as of late.
No, you can't, Michael.
I don't know Soul Embers, but I'm a little creeped out now. And now that you bring that up, what are you and Team Woozy the Middle of 1993 up to? That is ghastly. What is in that bag? It is not funny, Woozy. What is in that bag exactly, and why is that necessary in a lockdown matchup? What? It's not funny.
I tell you, but you probably get freaked out and run away.
Wait for the win, he says. I'm not sure that I'm intrigued by the, potential surprise should that occur. I'll be honest.
Without giving any spoilers on what's in that bag.
And here comes Charlotte Knight, former multiple-time Women's World Champion, Tag Team Champion.
From the other side.
Certainly no stranger to Dynamite Jesse Williams, or anybody else in the matchup for that matter, but just...
Guys, we finally crowned a new champion here tonight.
That's right. The title's been.
Soul Ember says, from one of my favorite wrestlers,
will be going home tonight
trust
as
me.
the new champion.
Yo, Snorhawk64 in the house. Snorhawk64 knows that their boy is in action tonight. We have ourselves a TWA World Championship Gold Rush tournament immediately following this best 2 out of 3 lockdowns matchup.
It'd be a perfect time to reveal what's in that bag in this cage.
With this championship title in play, you can expect this match to be something special.
Snorhawk, I have not, but I will check that out. All right, down comes the cage. They are locked inside 4 sides of steel, 4 of the very best on the planet. And it is go time. Let's go. Look at this, Charlotte Knight and Jesse Williams. No surprise there, going right at one another. And Tia Stevens with a 2 count already on Olivia Payne. Holy goodness gracious. Chaos already erupting. What do you make of that? I mean, Olivia Payne back to her feet and on the attack, but a 2 count. That was crazy. Dynamite Jesse Williams taking over the matchup between her and Charlotte Knight.
Well, strategy is certainly important in a 2 out of 3 falls match. I think that willpower is also a big factor.
Ooh! Big lariat by Tia Stevens. Look at this, Dynamite Jesse Williams. Oh, misses the mark. Lands right on the buttocks.
Shoulders up before 2.
Supposed to be a diving leg drop. That didn't turn out so well for her. Yo, nice. Look at that. The athleticism of Dynamite Jesse Williams. No wonder she's the undisputed queen of the Archiverse. My God. I mean, Charlotte Knight, one of the best there is, and Williams schooling her at the moment. Oh! Vicious leg drop right across the throat by Tia Stevens. Look at this. Springboard attempt. Jesse Williams evades, though. Look at this, on point. Charlotte Knight just can't gain any momentum. Ooh, right into the cage. Jesse Williams launches Charlotte Knight right into that steel cage. Yo, Tia Stevens with a hair whip. Olivia Payne having some real difficulties here with Tia Stevens. Charlotte Knight trying to turn the tides on Jesse Williams. Yo, nice moonsault right off that second rope. Actually, it might have been the bottom rope. Yo. Wow. Springboard roundhouse right to the face of Olivia Payne. And now you got Tia Stevens and Charlotte Knight that both want a piece of Olivia Payne. Whoa, diving shoulder tackle out of nowhere there by Jesse Williams. Did you see that? I mean, was that jacket she wore in a cape? Could she fly? Where did she come from? That shoulder tackle was like just out of nowhere. She's got that armbar locked right in. Look at this. Oh, she did it. That is one fall for Dynamite Jesse Williams. 1-0. Oh, bitch slapped by Charlotte Knight. Wow. Knocked out Jesse Williams. Oh, no, she didn't. Olivia Payne knocked out Tia Stevens. It is 1-1. Olivia Payne and Jesse Williams tied at a fall apiece. Wow. Are you watching this chaos, Woozy?
I am watching this chaos.
Reversal. Can they
Charlotte Knight setting up. Jesse Williams going for a crucifix powerbomb here. Ooh.
Right to the jaw. Oh, you can pick up your teeth in section 112.
Knight's not finished. Second rope. Big elbow drop, but missed. Jesse Williams back to her feet. Leg drop.
It's effective.
Yo, that was payback for Tia Stevens. Stevens did that to Payne earlier in the matchup. A little bit of vindication there, but now Tia Stevens dives across and prevents Jesse Williams from winning the match. But look at this. Locks Tia Stevens in an armbar.
I don't know if it's mercy or if it's someone who's not done playing with their prey.
We just got a submission, I think.
The rear.
But the second pinfall, submission, or knockout has to be over the same opponent that you scored it over the first time. Therefore,
Can she capitalize?
it doesn't count over Tia Stevens unless she does it again. Ooh, there's Tia Stevens with that big leg drop.
Can these superstars continue to fend off defeat every hour?
Charlotte Knight finally lands a big diving elbow. This time,
And for some reason, she lets go of the whole.
whoa,
Could have just been a tease of the potential agony that's yet to
wow.
She's in pretty bad shape now.
I don't think she even knows where she is at this point.
There was another fall that happened there, but I'm not sure who picked it up. There's so much happening.
I think she's forming a plan.
Oh, this is going to be nasty. This is going to be.
Olivia Payne setting up Charlotte Knight. Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the very first ever Best 2 out of 3 lockdowns matchup and new TWA World Women's Champion from Team Woozy the Villain 1993. She is Olivia Payne.
So spoiler now.
And a new
that
champion is
that
officially
that
crowned.
Wow.
Tonight is definitely a night to celebrate, but let's not lose sight of the fact they have a long road
that
ahead of
now?
them now. At least.
Well, you're going to have to speak up just a little bit, Woozy.
Corey, don't be such
A snake was in that bag.
A snake? Why do you have a snake in a bag?
Well, you will not find out now.
Didn't even bring the snake onto the stage. But seriously, why is there a snake in the bag?
Because if we lost, we would have let it out.
Y'all been hanging around Jake the Snake Roberts? What's going on with that? Why are we bringing serpents to the ring? I mean... First, people are trying to burn the establishment down with fire. Now we got people bringing serpents, giant, slithering creatures. That is not okay. That is not okay. Now, and make sure that thing stays in the bag. By the way, you make sure that thing stays in the bag.
Why?
We do not want any part of that. No part. It's debatable whether it's better than fire. It is debatable whether or not it's part of, whether or not it's better than fire. All right, here we go. It is the TWA Television Championship Gold Rush Tournament, and the quarterfinals are smoking hot. Look at this star-studded cast you've got from Team Christian Cool, the Iceman Christian Hart. From Team King of Pro 259, you've got the Savior, Kevin San Martino. From Team Pixelator, you got Rex Byron. From 3TV Reese, one of the three from the place to be, Trigger Talk TV, Reese the Voice Williams. From Team Riggy 2K3, you've got the magnificent Reed Rude. From Team Ivy Molina, the vivacious Ivy Montana. From Team Spice Fire Emblem, the showstopper Gabriel Michaels. And from Team The Ornery Knight, stunning Marshall Omega, now known as the Omega Marshall Omega. It is going to be one hell of a tournament. Woozy, are you ready?
I am ready.
We are going to get things started between the Iceman, Christian Hart, and the self-proclaimed savior of the Archiverse, Kevin San Martino. It is showtime and go time for this Championship Gold Rush Tournament. Let's go.
And Archer, isn't that the title that Christian Hart stole last night?
That is the very championship that Christian... And that begs to question, by the way. Again, we will recall a short spell ago a conversation that was had with one team, Christian Cool, when suggestions were made that every other championship, unless it happens to be the Archerverse World Heavyweight Championship, none of the other titles mattered. They were just secondary. They were just second best. They were B titles, B championships.
Yes, correct.
Right? So the championship he decided to steal, wrap around his waist, and now is competing for, by the way, it is not even the TWA World Heavyweight Championship, much less the Archerverse World Heavyweight Championship. It is not.
It is not.
It is not. It is not the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
No.
Right?
It is not.
It is not even the Archerverse World Television Championship. So, begs to question why has suddenly, after such criticism of all the championships, why is it that Christian Hart has chosen that championship to latch onto?
Maybe he wanted a thing to say, yes, I have a title before I can defend it. No one else can have it before me.
Well, there's that. I mean, nobody has held this specific championship as of yet. This is whoever wins the title is the inaugural champion for the Archerverse 3.0. So there is that. But that still seems very vague.
It does.
From Toledo, Ohio, weighing in at 261 pounds.
261 pounds.
Christian Hart.
Hey, where's the horse?
Not sure. I'll be right back. I got
What are you
my
talking
dog
about?
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
what horse?
The high horse this superstar always seems to be on. Did Jerry Lawler write that line for you?
Soul Ember says it's going to go 1-2,
This guy is
1-2.
ready for a fight.
And his opponent from Authority Megacorp Headquarters. weighing
Kevin
in
San Martino, a former two-time WCW World Television Champion,
Kevin San Martino.
was a contender for the
WWE
Archerverse,
has been dreaming of, and that dream is
the King of the
about to
Archerverse
become
Championship.
a reality.
has been very impressive since inking a contract. Team King of Pro 259 have themselves a superstar for sure.
A man who elevates his game every
And
week.
tonight that
He's competing
superstar
at his
looking to
highest
advance
level
in this tournament to give himself a better shot at becoming the new and inaugural TWA World Television Champion. All right, here we go.
In this tournament matchup. Who will move
Ooh,
forward?
ducks
Who will be
out of the way already.
Tournaments have a tendency of surprise results, so we'll see if this match continues that pattern.
And he's able to counter.
All right, who's got the prediction for who's going to win this matchup? Is it going to be Christian Hart or Kevin San Martino? Nice springboard moonsault off that second rope by Christian Hart. He's off to a quick start here.
Oh, that'll break his arm. Vicious. Able to reverse.
Wow.
Gets the cross body.
San Martino with a springboard maneuver of his own. Cross body takes out Christian Hart. But Hart right back on the attack.
That, he sent crashing to the floor.
San Martino took a trip over the top rope, he did.
He steps foot in the ring again.
Right in the breadbasket.
Caught by a big kick right to the midsection.
You don't have to be well versed in submission moves to have a chance to win this type of
And
match.
Christian Hart continues his relentless attack. So far, so good for Christian Hart. He is on a roll and another springboard moonsault. I don't know how many more of those San Martino, but look at this. Reverses the situation. Some ground and pound.
You want beforehand. In fact, The match is no disqualification, so the options are endless.
Ooh, goes for another springboard crossbody, but misses. And Christian Hart taking full advantage of the opportunity. But another reversal by San Martino. These guys are really struggling back and forth for the control of this matchup. San Martino seemed very reluctant to go outside the ring there. We all know Christian Hart loves going to war outside the ring. It is his element.
Locked in. It's locked in. Into an armbar. Submission move locked in.
This won't win the match.
Just slipped underneath.
San Martino fights back. Look at this. More ground and pound. He's fighting out. He gets free. And here we go again. San Martino ragdolling Christian Hart here.
Oh, man. Countered it just in time.
Nice neck breaker by San Martino. Good counter, too, by the way.
Soon, we could be seeing a submission here. Targeting the shoulder with the claw.
Escape and
Wow, nice escape by Christian Hart. Sweeps the legs right from out underneath.
Back in the ring now.
And here we go. Back inside the squared circle we go.
Outside of the ring
Christian
now.
Hart playing some cat and mouse. San Martino falls for it.
Kick gets caught.
Look at this. Hart gets caught. Nice lariat. Short arm clothesline takes Hart right off his feet. Oh, and San Martino feeds him to the steps. Goes for a neck breaker, but Hart pushes him off. Still caught, though.
My goodness, did you hear that chop?
Some vicious strikes by San Martino, and look at this. A standing vertical.
This is impressive. This is crazy strength.
Oh! Hart crashing down on the unforgiving floor. Those steel steps are becoming the
Quick return to the ring.
go-to as far as weapons go so far.
He's out of the ring. No countouts, no worries.
Look at this, another standing vertical by Kevin San Martino.
Crazy strength.
Oh, and Hart crashes down again right on his spine. Devastating, really. Look at that, went for a clothesline but missed. Bit of an explosion by Hart, but caught by San Martino. And an inverted suplex takes Hart right back down to the floor.
And he barely evades.
I don't even know how Hart is in it at this point. Look at this, Hart
Put down, face first.
with an inverted suplex of his own.
Oh, saw it coming.
Off the barricade.
San Martino sends him sailing right into the barricade. And you can tell Christian Hart is fatigued.
Great wherewithal on the counter. He'll head to the ring.
He's been having a tough time against San Martino. Started off really well, quick actually.
All right, back
But
to
San
it,
Martino
returning to the ring.
finally gained some momentum and hasn't really looked back since.
Able to counter. And misses on the spin.
Nice evasion by Christian Hart.
This is not going to end well. Powerbomb.
Big powerbomb by Christian Hart.
He could be looking for a submission here.
Oh, look at this. He's locking in that cross-face chicken wing right in the middle of the ring here.
Supplied. I think he's got it locked in.
San Martino's not ready to quit yet, though he is fighting back here.
See him tap out. Not like this. And delivers it. Oh, right
No,
there.
sir.
Elbow.
San Martino manages to escape, but look at this.
Ahead there.
Christian Hart right back on the attack.
Able to sidestep.
Nice escape by San Martino. Nice.
Way up there.
Sky-high power bomb by the Savior.
Oh, this is gonna be
And he is setting Christian Hart up.
Watch the impact.
Ooh!
No man does that better.
Big boot right to the face.
Back in the arm. Cross.
Big boot right to the face.
And just able to make it to the ropes. That was a close call.
Double underhook.
Wow, vicious double underhook DDT by Kevin San Martino.
Fails to
And he goes for another moonsault, but misses. And Christian Hart back on his big spear out of nowhere. And San Martino just like that right off his feet. And it is Christian Hart now setting up Kevin San Martino.
This is not going to look pretty. Submission.
Christian Hart locking in that crossface chicken wing again. This might do it. San Martino is fatigued. And this has been a hell of a battle. Oh, there it is. That is it. That is all the winner of the match by submission. And moving on to the semifinals of this championship tournament from Team Christian Cool. He is the Iceman, Christian Hart. And welcome back to the broadcast, Woozy.
Thank you, thank you.
So you just missed a very, very good opening matchup for this tournament. I mean, Christian Hart started off really quick, very well, but then San Martino slowly gained some momentum and was really taken off. It actually looked like he might even be winning this matchup, but he made a couple of rookie mistakes, if you will. And of course, Christian Hart, being the opportunist that he is, was able to overcome the odds, be a little bit resilient, if you will, and pick up the big W. And moving on to the semifinals is Team Christian Cool and Christian Hart.
I saw the ending of it. It looked like a good match.
Oh, yeah, it was a fantastic match. Great way to open the tournament. I mean, first of all, we set the tone with that fantastic best 2 out of 3 lockdowns matchup. Yeah. And Olivia Payne from Team Woozy the Villain 1993 becoming the inaugural, the first ever TWA Women's World Champion. And how does that feel, by the way, Team Woozy the Villain?
Fantastic.
I mean, Olivia Payne, I mean, she started off pretty rough, let's be honest. She started off that match really rough. And the comeback she made and the heart and resiliency she showed during that ferocious matchup. For those that weren't here, Olivia Payne was involved in the first match of the night, the kickoff match that set the tone for the evening. It was a best 2 out of 3 lockdowns matchup, and we had 4 of the finest vixens in the game. We had Tia Stevens, Dynamite Jessie Williams, Charlotte Knight, and of course Olivia Payne all going to battle. They all scored falls, and it ended up being Olivia Payne that was victorious and became the new TWA Women's World Champion.
I know tonight she's going out to celebrate.
I don't doubt that, as she should. As she should. Fantastic championship victory. And now we're on to the Championship Gold Rush Tournament. The Iceman with a big victory over Kevin San Martino, moving on to the semifinals. And check out this next matchup. Matchup number 2. From Team Pictulator, you've got Rex Byron. And of course from Tons of Funk, Reese the Voice Williams, Team 3 TV Reese. This is going to be an epic clash of the Titans. I mean, Rex Byron was, of course, part of the Nasty Boys in the Archerverse 2.0. He's now hitting singles competition, no longer part of the Nasty Boys. Wants to pick up some singles championship gold and go on a run of his own. And as he should, he is one of the best there's been in the ring, but taking on one of the most ferocious and vicious beasts in the game. And Reese the Voice Williams, I mean, he comes out, he's full of smiles and laughs, loves to party, but when he gets into that ring and that bell rings, a flip switches, and Reese the Voice Williams will tear you from limb to limb. Fantastic technical wrestler. He's a powerhouse. Always exhilarating to watch. So I'm looking forward to this matchup. Let's see who's going to move on and face the Iceman Christian Hart, shall we?
We shall.
We shall. It is showtime and go time. Matchup number 2 here in this Championship Gold Rush Tournament. Let's go.
Let's get a show on the road.
The show on the road. On the road again. Sing it, Woozy.
Are you showing me to do that again?
Well, I mean, you know, you just got to take your time and make sure you get those vocal juices flowing, you know?
On the road again. On the road again.
And Woozy does not know the song. apparently.
Are you not?
Yeah.
I admit it.
Soul Ember says Reese has this. Boss Apollo says the Freak Razor is ready. Excellent. That is good to hear, Boss Apollo. She was a beast in the women's division. I mean, I think everybody is waiting for the day that the Freak Razor from Team Boss Apollo makes her return to the women's division.
We are ready for that.
We are ready. And we are moments away from matchup number 2 in these quarterfinals. So who are you picking, Woozy? Is it going to be Reese the Voice Williams, or is it going to be Rex Byron from Team
Reese.
Pictulator? You're going with Reese?
Reese.
All right.
What about you, Archer?
Well, that's a tough one. I mean, again, Rex Byron he has won singles gold in the past. He was a WCW World Television Champion. He's one of the longest reigning World Tag Team Champions in history with his former partner, Jake the Snake Orton. They're no longer tag team partners. Actually, nobody has even heard from Jake the Snake Orton since the Archerverse 2.0
Contest is a championship
started evolving into 3.0.
making his way to the ring from Frankfurt, Germany.
So Rex Byron decided it was just simply time that he hit singles competition again and looked to create his own path outside of the tag team division. And here he is tonight, looking and campaigning for the TWA World Television Championship. But that said, Reese the Voice Williams is a different beast, and I'm just going to have to go with the Voice.
He calls himself the standard bearer of this division and plans on proving it in a matter of
The
moments.
standard bearer, he says. Rex Byron taking a few selfies here. I mean, I guess if there was anybody that was more of a narcissist than Christian Hart. I wonder, though, has Rex Byron ever lost a match in 30 seconds?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Matter of fact, didn't Rex Byron record one of the fastest victories in Archerverse history?
I think so.
I think so.
And what makes it even worse for Christian Hart is that he entered number 30.
He entered number 30 in that men's Royal Rumble and then was put out of that very Royal Rumble in 30 seconds. That's lovely.
I can't watch this entrance. I heard this one back.
Reese the Voice Williams making his way to the ring. Former multiple-time champion himself, multiple-time tag team champion, member of Tons of Funk.
Good. Let's see
and of
what they've
course,
got
Dynamite
today.
Jesse Williams, Mixed Match Challenge tag team partner.
He said he'll steal the show here tonight, and he looks more than ready to deliver on that.
He looks pumped and ready to go, Woozy.
Yes, he does. He always does.
All right, here we go.
And we are set. First round matchup underway. The winner of this match moves on to the next stage of this tournament.
Wow, jawbreaker right off the hop by Rex Byron.
Ripping and tearing at the face. Ripping and tearing at the face.
A little bit of ruthless aggression.
He knew what was coming.
Uh-oh,
Gonna have to be careful or you want to poke the bear.
Power bomb.
And just like that, power bombed to the canvas. Ooh, went for a big diving elbow. A little bit early in the match for that, I would think, but
After reversal, these two are ready for each other.
I don't know why he took a big risk.
and paid the price for it.
But
now Reese the Voice Williams right back in control of the match, so who are we to speak, I suppose?
that is true.
That is true. Whoa, nice. That was a vicious suplex. The torque on that puppy. And look at this, the Voice, second turnbuckle. Oh, went for a diving shoulder block, but Byron able to evade, and now he is
Getting back into the ring.
looking to mount an attack, but caught by a bitch slap by Reese the Voice Williams. Wow, that slap took him right off his feet. Is Reese the Voice Williams related to Will Smith, perhaps?
Spiked him. What's the best strategy if you're looking to get the best?
I mean, that was a hell of a slap, wasn't it?
That was.
I mean, Byron literally flew off his feet.
But also using creative escapes. Your opponent's likely done their submission homework, so
And it is Byron with the Voice up on his shoulders. Oh, look at that, snake eyes. Face first off that top turnbuckle, but the Voice with a big boot to the face.
Reversal.
These guys are going back and forth. The struggle here for control of this match is definitely real between these two bad boys. Yo, Thez press by Rex Byron. A little bit of ground and pound. Yo, gut wrench suplex, nice move.
You can see the anguish growing.
And Byron on a roll here. Oh, but caught by a big European uppercut by the Voice. Look at this. Man, oh man. Byron doing his best to maintain control, but the Voice just keeps escaping and retaliating. And he is right back on the attack here. Look at that, a deadlift. Oh! That was vicious.
Yes, it was.
Look at this. Yo! End of days. Voiceover. He calls it the voiceover. And look at this, he's got a version of the camel clutch on here. Knee buried partially in the spine, partially in the kidneys. Beautiful reversal, nice sidewalk slam by Rex Byron. Oh! Yo, Byron stunned his ass. And now he is giving him a little taste of his own medicine. He's got that single leg crab on Reese the Voice Williams here. I don't think he has it on quite as well as the Voice had it, but either way, that probably didn't feel good, you know what I'm saying, Woozy? Here we go again, he's got it locked in again. Back to back, that's got to be doing some damage to both the kidney and spine of Williams, regardless if he has it locked in as well as the Voice did. Yo, Blind Locksmith with the lurky twerky. Thank you very much, Blind Locksmith. We appreciate you, you fucking legend, you. Hope you had a great evening, Blind Locksmith. Thanks for stopping by, even for a quick moment, and thank you for the lurk.
Whatever's playing here can't be good.
Can't prepare your face for that.
Snake eyes to Byron. Nice.
He's got him in the crosshairs.
Took his legs right out from underneath him there, Woozy.
He did.
And stunned him again. That is two stunners by Byron. And he's got that. He really wants to tap out the Voice here. That is the third single leg camel clutch by Rex Byron in this matchup. But the Voice is powering. He is fighting and really right back to his feet and on the attack. That guy is a beast. So look at this. Wow, German suplex. Oh, that was disgustingly vicious short arm clothesline. I mean, is Byron's head even still attached? Oh, and another voiceover. Another voiceover. And now it is Williams properly locking in that single leg camel clutch. And look at that, there it is. And that is the difference between the voice doing it and somebody else doing it. The winner of the match moving on to the semifinals. From Tons of Funk and Team 3 TV Reese, he is Reese the Voice Williams. That was a fantastic match.
Yes, it was.
The Voice.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Plain to see on their face. At least they can say they won the match.
I don't know if I'd say the battle scars were worth it, Cole.
Battered, fatigued, sweating, and bleeding, but on his way to the semifinals. That was a great matchup with Rex Byron. Congratulations to Team Picturator. You didn't win the matchup, but that was a great match. Great second matchup in this quarterfinals. And now we're moving on to the third match in the quarterfinals. Let's see who else is going to be moving on to the semifinals. But so far, we've got Team Christian Cool and Team 3 TV Reese. We're going to have the Iceman Christian Hart and the voice of the Archerverse, Reese Williams, going toe-to-toe for the first time in many, many moons. They are no strangers to one another. They used to fight over the World Television title. They had fought in tag team matches, championship matches, steel cage matches. They were epic clashes of two titans of the Archerverse. I'm very much looking forward to that matchup, by the way. But, Woozy, we still have another leg here of this championship tournament. We still have another 2 matches left in this quarterfinals.
We do.
And up next, from Team Riggy 2K3, the magnificent Reed Rude, the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion and former World Television Champion, taking on the former 2-time World Heavyweight Champion and former 1-time World Tag Team Champion from Team Ivy Molina, the vivacious Ivy Montana, making her return to the Archerverse in this great tournament. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Let's get this championship tournament back on the go. It is showtime and go time. Let's go. All right.
I'm going for Rude.
I was just going to say, who are you siding with? Are you going to go with the magnificent Reed Rude from Team Riggy 2K3? And so you are saying you were going with Riggy 2K3 to be just to get that in there right away. You're not even taking a half a second to ponder on that.
No, I'm going for Rude.
Going for Rude. There was a Rude awakening, and now from Team Woozy the Middle of 1993, we have the Rude predictioning.
Well, what about you, Archer?
What about me? Okay, so here's the thing. The vivacious Ivy Montana may be elegant, maybe even pleasant if you're in her good books, but an absolute savage. And I'll be honest here. Reed Rude has never gone to battle against the vivacious Ivy Montana. So neither one of them, unless they've watched VODs of one another's matches, are familiar with each other's style as far as being in the same ring together. Other than what they maybe have seen backstage on one of the monitors, or perhaps watching the match, I don't know, from ringside, who knows, but it's going to be interesting to see how Reed Rude, he's very high octane, he's very, very high functioning, he's very, he is all over the place, and the vivacious Ivy Montana, not necessarily that high of as far as energy goes, but an absolute savage in terms of technical pinpoint wrestling ability, power, and also very athletic and agile. So this is a good one. I would like to see both win, but since that can't happen, I am going to have to side with the vivacious Ivy Montana here.
The following
But
contest
Here comes the man from Team Riggy 2K3, former two-time champion,
weighing in at 200.
the magnificent Reed Rude. Oh, that's right. He is now going by the Olympian Reed Rude. My apologies to Team Riggy 2K3.
Someone who has the guts to stand
How
up
dare I?
what's right.
What are they, a knight in shining armor? Give me a
How
break.
dare you, Archer?
Right?
I hope there's fire now.
Ghastly, right?
Yes, I hope there's fire in one of the entrances.
Team Riggy 2K3 went on a bit of a vacation, was gone for a short spell, then returned and made a huge immediate impact upon returning.
This match has
So, of course, was going to be
he is an exciting
part of the
competitor to watch.
championship matches that we're having throughout the soft launch of the Archerverse 3.0. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. And tonight, we see the magnificent Reed Rude in this championship tournament, looking to move on to the semifinals, looking to defeat another great in-ring performer in their own right, a savage in their own right, two-time world champion and tag team champion, the vivacious Ivy Montana. And speaking of the vivacious Ivy Montana, here she comes. From Team Ivy Molina, former multiple-time champion, the vivacious Ivy Montana, baby.
And his opponent from the Queen City.
From the Queen City.
Weighing in at 200.
Where else would the vivacious Ivy Montana be hailing from? Of course, Woozy.
Ivy Montana.
Everyone in this match is competing at such a high level. I predict one of the most competitive matches we've seen.
It is
in a very
go
long
time. And Soul Ember's boasting that he is now 2-4-2, by the way,
He
folks.
says it's all about dominance tonight. And playing
He is
by
already
showing why
gearing up and
everyone
ready for when we
backstage
open
should be
those
scared.
championship betting lines in the semifinals, Woozy.
He is ready for it. Let's see if he can predict it all night.
You know, Soul Embers, I don't know if you've noticed, but you were, of course, added back to the broadcast team, and since this is a special event, and seeing how you're here having a good time boasting about your prediction capabilities, you should just join the guest host of the most, Woozy, and myself, and continue this party with us.
Come on, so off on
That'll
in.
leave a mark.
Powerless position to be in right now.
Oh, damn. Look at this. Wow, nice reversal. Some ground and pound by Montana. This is going to be a war. These are two behemoths going at one another with not just strength and powerhouse capabilities, but technical wrestling, Woozy. Look at this. Yo. Inverted suplex by Ivy Montana, but a big boot to the face by Reed Rude. That is a big-ass foot going in your face, too, by the way. That cannot not be fun.
I will not take that tonight.
That is some soul food I want no part of, by the way. Do not put that on my plate. I am not ordering that dish.
I'll take a 0 for that.
Best served up hot, cold, lukewarm. I do not care. I do not want it. Oh! Oh! That was ghastly. Did you see that? Oh! Man, headbutt him. Diving headbutt to the no-no square. Wow! And look at that. That big giant man just flew off that turnbuckle with a giant body splash on poor Ivy Montana. Oh, a power slam. That was also known as the Oklahoma Slam. Vicious, and look at this, a bear hug by the monster. A bear hug by the monster, but Montana's fighting back here, though. Ooh, headbutt right to the face. Nice retaliation by Montana. And drops with the big right hand. And again, look at these right hands by Montana. But Rude with a reversal. Yo. Ripcord power slam. But look at this. Another reversal.
What now?
And another inverted suplex.
He's heading up top. Thinking big.
This time by Ivy Montana. Ivy Montana gonna fly here. Here she goes. Big tomahawk right to the top of the skull of Reed Rude. I loved watching WWE wrestling growing up, but for some reason my dad used to watch some kind of naked wrestling. It was weird.
Look at this, going counter for counter.
Well, damn, I didn't get a chance to watch naked wrestling. Could you please link that to us? But anyways. Ooh, he ragdolled Montana. Right back on the attack was Reed Rude, but Montana catches the leg, dragon screw leg whip. And I'll tell you, that will successfully relocate your meniscus and your ACL, by the way. But anyways, we're going to call you A. Perhaps you're from Canada. Who knows? Welcome to episode number 280 here at the Archiverse. It is a special event. We are soft launching the Archiverse 3.0. And we're, of course, awarding championships to those that have earned the right to fight for them. And they are being dished out in championship tournaments and very vicious and ferocious matchups that we're having for kickoff matches and dark matches. We're having a great time with the soft launch of the 3.0. We're waiting. Soon going to be launching the full 3.0 experience. We're just going to be waiting a short spell for that. Of course, waiting for the patch for Universe Mode for 2K22. Look at this, Montana with a Dragon Sleeper here. But Reed Rude, with a big knee right to the forehead, battles out. But anyways, hey, we are actually a fantasy wrestling league. I don't know what you do and don't know about the Archiverse, but we have 71 streamers now that have wrestlers progressing through careers, winning championships, forming tag teams and alliances.
Very nice.
We like to have a great time. We've got a lot of great people in our community. We are very tight-knit. We like to support each other's endeavors both here on Twitch and outside of Twitch.
Just a matter of moment. Launching.
So make sure if you have a good time, you smash our follow button. That way when we go live, you will get the notifications and can join the Fam Jam and enjoy the shows in their entirety. Because we, sir, are the late night place to be in the most must-see show on Twitch TV. And we are the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. So welcome to the Archiverse TV.
Yes, welcome in.
Ooh, big gut buster by Ravishing, Magnificent, and the Olympian. Everything that he's gone by plus some. Reed Rude, the Behemoth, is what he should be called. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Oh, camel clutch, but look at this. He's got his eye sockets. That is ghastly. That is ghastly. And there it is. That is it. That is all. The winner of this matchup and moving on to the semifinals of this tournament from Team Riggy 2K3. He is the Magnificent, the Ravishing, and the Olympian Reed Rude.
Here is your winner, the Olympian, Reed.
Wow, what a match. That was a phenomenal match. Two behemoth powerhouses that have the agility and athletic ability that those two do, and the spot-on technical wrestling was, I mean, the inverted suplexes. It was fantastic. Reed Rude with a big W. He's the first of the second leg of the tournament to move on to the semifinals. We now have 3 warriors waiting in the semis, baby. The Olympian Reed Rude from Team Riggy 2K3. Showing the fans a little extra love here. Look at the pythons on Reed Rude. I mean, I wonder if that man is related to Popeye.
He probably is.
Perhaps they share the same spinach.
I want to put it past
Because
him.
there's something with that spinach. That is not no normal spinach that Popeye is floating around in his pipe there.
It is not.
It is not. Suspect, isn't it?
Extremely.
It is extremely suspect. All right, let's move on to the final match in the quarterfinals. From Team Spice Fire Emblem, former 3-time world champion, 2-time world television champion, and 1-time NWA, now known as the TWA, World Heavyweight Champion, showstopper Gabriel Michaels, taking on the Omega, Marshall Omega from Team The Ornery Knight. And this is sure to be high octane and absolutely fire. Don't blink, you might miss something. They will fly, they will fight, they will crow like they are from Peter Pan. Get ready for a barn burner. Was you ready for this matchup? The winner completes the semis. Somebody is moving on to face Reed Rude.
I am ready.
Army, are you ready? Either way, Woozy, it is showtime and go time for the final match of the quarterfinals. Gabriel Michaels, Marshall Omega. Showtime and go time. Let's go.
In this match, I am going for Marshall Omega.
Marshall Omega is your choice for victor. And of course, once the semifinals begin, we will open up the championship betting lines. We wouldn't want Woozy to cry over opportunity at perhaps stealing money from your pockets, out of your wallets, your savings plans that you spend selfishly to gamble at the Archiverse. And by the way, I do not condone such practices. I will not recommend you do such things. I will not encourage that you do it. However, I will allow it to happen. I will allow it to happen.
You just don't encourage it or suggest it.
Oh no, we don't condone such things, because we don't need people suggesting that, well, hey, the Archiverse management team told me that it was a great idea that I put the mortgage on my house up and bet it all on Christian Hart. Just for example. I was not taking a dig there, by the way.
They will be screwed.
I was not taking a dig there, by the way. I was not taking a dig at Christian Hart.
Especially for a Rumble.
What's that?
Especially for a Rumble.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, speaking of which, we need to have ourselves another Rumble soon. You know what's not cool? In the land of 2-2, you can no longer have a championship on the line in a Royal Rumble. That is ghastly.
That is ghastly.
All right, here he comes from Team Spice Fire Emblem, one of the greatest champions in Archiverse history. He is the showstopper, Gabriel Michaels. Jesus! I mean, he's certainly making his presence known, isn't he?
This match is going to be good.
Definitely going to be speaking to Team Spice Fire Emblem about that entrance. That was horrifically loud, was it not? I mean, it's still echoing in my head. However, it was not flames. He did not try to burn down the building. He did not explode something 20 feet from me.
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet? What do you mean not yet? Wait a minute.
And his opponent from Los
No,
Angeles,
wait, no, your team is not in the tournament. Your team is not in the tournament. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis?
Well, So there are dark
I do not appreciate. You know what? You know what? You know what? I do not appreciate. No, it's not funny. You are not funny. You are not funny. I do not appreciate the stirring. I mean, it's been a great evening, great matches, great people, great conversations, and here you are. Here you are, all of a sudden, I guess, bored with the Army and the conversations and the phenomenal matches, by the way, not to speak of. Apparently, you feel the necessity to stir the pot with what you consider amusing anecdotes, I'm sure.
I do.
I do. Of course you do. Look at Marshall Omega. Man, oh man, is he in great shape.
Yes, he is.
Marshall Omega, a former two-time NWA, now known as the TWA, World Heavyweight Champion. Again, for those that don't know, the Archivers purchased the NWA promotion, and although we are keeping the heritage and the prestige of the NWA Championships, they are TWA/NWA Championships, but we simply call them TWA. Will be defended every week once we fully launch the 3.0 experience.
The face, that's unnecessary.
It'll be on Tuesday nights, TWA Showdown, which is, of course, our streamer versus streamer showdown dedicated to all 71 villains. That is correct. We are at 71 streamers. It is phenomenal. I mean, the Archiverse is blessed to have so many people that are following each and every week, whether it be every show or once a week, doesn't matter. They're here, they're having a good time. Everybody else is busy watching VODs, they're still participating. We are all having a good time, and we are just getting started. The 3.0 experience is going to take things to a whole new level.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of new level, these two putting on a clinic in here. Already some tip-top technical wrestling going on here.
They're so unique in WWE.
Take your time. Submissions are most effective when your opponent's drained, so don't expect to win right off the bat. This is going to be a long road.
Oh, God, face first. This match grinded him down a little. Oh, an alley-oop bomb.
I don't know, Marshall Omega kind of bounced off the canvas with that one, I would say. But look at this. Wow, he had a calf crusher locked in there, but
makes him pay with a counter.
As you know, Spice Fire Emblem, one of the best there is, found a way very quickly out of that calf crusher. But Marshall Omega right back on the attack, though. Look at this. What is it with the single leg camel clutch tonight? This seems to be everybody's go-to. I mean, it is devastating. I mean, you figure you've got part of your knee in the middle of the spine and part of the shin in the kidneys, putting pressure on the kidneys while you're wrenching away at the spine, neck, chin. And when Marshall Omega does it, 9 times out of 10, he's got somebody's eye sockets because he is a villain. He is an absolute villain. I mean, we always joke that the Vixens of the WWE and the Vixens of the Archiverse could rip your eyes out in a matchup, and here Marshall Omega is literally digging people's eye sockets out. I mean, don't give that man any tools. Oh, nice. Nice. That was like a reverse Shining Wizard.
Taking advantage.
It was.
Omega, though. Yo, busted Spice Fire Emblems. Gabriel Michaels wide open with that one. But look at that. Seems to have lit a fire, though. Michaels pissed straight off, and look at that. Wow, the showstopper stomp.
What's he planning to do here?
And now he is giving Marshall Omega a taste of his own medicine. A single leg camel clutch of his own.
And he very quickly counters.
But Omega breaks out and counters.
I think we're about to see it.
Yo, Omega with the Omega Clash.
Submission coming.
And he locks back in that single leg camel clutch, and he is really bent. Oh, and there it is. Wow. Yo, he tapped his ass out, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match. And moving on to the semifinals. From Team The Ornery Knight, he is the Omega. Marshall Omega. Wow.
I was four.
I mean, to be honest, I actually thought Gabriel Michaels would have come out a little bit more. I mean, he did not come out of the gate as quick and as strong as I thought he would.
This is the type of
Marshall Omega very quickly found a way to gain control, and he did a good job of pressing action. And although Gabriel Michaels had the upper hand on a couple occasions, Omega pretty much one-sided victory there. Pretty much one-sided victory. That was fantastic. And now he moves on to the semifinals to face the Olympian Reed Rude. That is going to be a fire match. Those two, and by the way, those two never had a chance to fight. Both gentlemen have held the NWA World Championship, but neither of them had a chance to fight each other for it, and they won it from other people. And lost it to other people before they got a chance to have any kind of a feud themselves. So, Reed Rude and Marshall Omega are going to meet in the semifinals of this tournament for the very first time ever.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? That is awesome, too. That is awesome, too. All right, on to the semifinals. The semifinals have been written. Now it is time to get the action underway, and look at this semifinal, baby. You got the Iceman versus the Voice, and you've got the Olympian versus the Omega. I mean, this is going to be fire. Absolute fire. What do you think?
Fire.
I mean, we're going to open up the betting lines here in a moment, too. But, okay, so run down. You know these gentlemen. Run down the four people in the semifinals and tell me what you think.
Well, you got the Iceman, who's been on a tear lately. He's been on a mission to have gold. He's been just a fucking beast. Reese, him too. He's been on a rampage. He's been kicking ass, taking names, laying waste to anyone who just dares to stand in his way.
Agreed.
Then we have the Ravishing, the Olympian, Rude, who I'm not that too fond over because I never really
see. Now I've got you. Now I've got you calling him the Ravishing Olympian.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I'm just playing off his last name because it's Rude, right? Like Ravishing Rick Rude, and he goes by the Olympian, but he's kind of a barbarian, so to speak, and a behemoth, not to mention.
Yes, I've never seen him wrestle that much in 2.0.
Fair enough. Well, he did go on a bit of a vacay there for a while, yeah.
Yes. And then Marshall Omega, oh my gosh, he's just phenomenal. He's
always involved in what you would consider a wrestling clinic or classic, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Like Marshall Omega is phenomenal to watch. I mean, this plain and simple is going to be a really, really good semifinal. It really, really is. And we're going to open up the championship betting lines. That way you guys have a chance to earn some Archiver's bucks on these matches.
If I was a betting man, I would say that going into the finals, it would most likely probably be the Iceman and Omega.
So your prediction is the Iceman versus Marshall Omega?
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody else have any predictions? I mean, you're going to get a chance to bet anyways, but does anybody else have any predictions? In the meantime, you do have 5 minutes now to make your bet on this matchup. Who do you think is going to win, the Iceman or the Voice? Who's moving on to the finals for the TWA World Television Championship? With that said, though, it is time to get the show back on the go. It is showtime and go time for the first matchup in the semifinal. Woozy, are you ready?
I am ready.
I am most definitely ready, and I have been anticipating this matchup since we found out who was going to be in the semifinal in the first leg of the semifinals. This is very exciting and intriguing.
And Quasar redeemed a random fact.
Pardon me?
And Quasar redeemed a random fact.
Quasar redeemed a random fact. Quasar, did you know that there was a time when the Ultimate Warrior was wrestling in a series of matches with Andre the Giant? And of course, during a couple of the first matches, Andre was not impressed with how the Warrior was behaving and not listening to his guidance in the ring. And during the third matchup, which happened to be actually a televised matchup, he gave the Ultimate Warrior a very rude awakening, no pun intended, to Ravishing Rick Rude. And the Ultimate Warrior didn't exactly come out of that matchup unscathed against the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. Did you know that? Snorhawk64 says Rude is going all the way. Wow. Who is Carlos' next opponent? Well, let's see how the rest of this tournament goes and how quickly it moves along. We only have one dark match main event so far tonight. Perhaps we have two. How about that, Snorhawk64? So far, so good. We're already in the semifinals. And these Warriors are revved up, ramped up, electrified, and ready to fight. So I don't see either of these matches going any sort of a distance. And Quasar says, hot dang! Yes, sir. That is a fact.
How about Hawkins versus Damien?
Hawkins versus Joseph Damien?
Yeah.
Wow, now that... Woozy, that is brilliant. That would make a fantastic dark match.
That would.
Snorhawk64, what says you? Is that a challenge you are willing to accept?
The following contest is a submission.
Is that a challenge you are willing to accept, Snorhawk? Snorhawk says, interesting. But interesting is not confirmation that your team is willing to go to battle against the vicious, the maniacal, the savage, the nightmare Joseph Damien. And if you were wanting to wait to fight somebody of his magnitude on a different evening, it would be understandable. I mean, the paycheck won't be the same on a dark match as it would be a televised event, so we understand that. So perhaps you want to pick a different opponent. That's fine. But I am just saying, I just bring you that Woozy. That is a genius idea for a dark match. And by the way, Carlos Hawkins and Joseph Damien have never been in a match together, so also very interesting and intriguing. They've been in tournaments together. They've been in multi-man matches together, but they've never fought against one another 1v1, never had any sort of outcome that would, suggest one of them were better than the other. Snorhawk accepts the challenge.
Never backs down, he said.
Reese the Voice Williams making his way back to the squared circle.
Really, Saxton? You know a number of people in the back just despise this superstar.
Well, the WWE Universe clearly...
Reese the Voice Williams versus the Iceman Christian Hart. Some would consider this a dream match. I do say some.
A very high-pressure situation ahead for this guy, but he is
not really sure I would be one of the some. What about you, Woozy? Would you be one of the some?
I would not.
You would not.
And of all the possible matchups in this tournament, I'd say We've got one of the best in front of us right now.
Look, I'll admit, I've had my fingers crossed it would work out this way.
Well, we're going to find out. Ooh, wow, look at that. He scooped him and snake-eyed him right off the hop. Christian Hurt off to another quick start here, was he?
He is.
But
And he sends him into the corner.
slept for a hot second on Reese the Voice Williams. He can't be doing that.
Full head of speed.
Ooh, running haymaker by Christian Hurt. That was absolutely ruthless.
Oh, an overhand punch.
The Voice getting a little payback here, though. Look at this. Ooh, big running clothesline. Hart bounced off that turnbuckle. Did you see that? Bounced off that turnbuckle. Vicious.
Power behind that punch.
Turning the tables.
Oh, look at this. Nice. Belly-to-belly suplex by the Iceman.
Oh, catapulted down.
I mean, that's one of the things we're going to have to expect with this matchup tonight. When they're not performing power moves, they are going to be performing spot-on technical maneuvers. Yo. Spiral tap by the Iceman. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yes, it was.
That is a high-risk maneuver no matter what part of the match you do it in.
Strategy is, of course, very important in a match like this. Corey, your thoughts?
And now he's looking to lock in this.
Oh, look at this. He's got a cross-face chicken wing locked in. It's pretty early in the match. I mean, the Voice doesn't look ready to give up yet. He is fighting off here. He is fighting off. Wow, no, he did not. Ladies and gentlemen, it is over. That is it. That is all. The winner of this match and moving on to the finals of this tournament.
Always interesting to see what kind of matchups
from Team Christian Cool. He is the Iceman Christian Hart. Wow. That match. Whoa. That was a very quick match. I did not expect that. I did not expect to see the Iceman Christian Hart absolutely walk through Reese the Voice Williams. Who does that? Who? Name a time you can recall in either long-term or recent history where anybody dominated Reese the Voice Williams like that. Holy hell.
I can't think of any.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
That was like 2 minutes.
Starhawk says that was fast. You're damn right that was fast. That was crazy. Christian Hart was not playing games there. He locked in that. I thought for sure, because it looked like the Voice was fighting out of it. He looked like he was standing strong, but then, I don't know, Christian Hart, he wrenched back on that neck and pulled that arm back a little tighter, and that was it. That is all. The Voice tapped out. Close but no cigar. It is the Iceman moving on to the finals with a chance and the right to fight for the TWA World Television Championship. Holy shit. Holy shit. Now, by the way, how fitting is it that this is the very same title that Christian Hart stole?
Exactly.
And now he's in the middle. He's in the process of potentially winning the motherfucker. That is
all night.
That is like reverse karma. That is, I mean, I guess that would simply be called good luck, but I mean, it was much more fun to call it reverse karma, wasn't it? Don't you think? Just a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. Wow. I mean, I'm still mind blown here. I cannot believe that match is over. Number one. Number two. Holy shitballs. We've been roasting the Iceman about losing that Royal Rumble matchup in 30 seconds after entering number 30, and he is absolutely putting on a clinic. The fans are absolutely elated. They're on their feet the entire time. They were cheering. I mean, it's like they knew it was coming. I don't know. Because he was just barely starting to lock in that crossface chicken wing, and the crowd were on their feet screaming. And then, like I said, it looked like the Voice was going to fight out of it, but then he just reefed back on that neck just a little more and pulled that arm back a little tighter, and that was it. The Voice couldn't take any more, and tapped out he did. And as he should. Why get injured and be put out of the game longer than necessary because you have pride. Because you have pride, right? If you need to tap, you tap and come back and spoil the fans with and grace them with your presence and have a good time with everybody. Tap out if necessary. That's what you're going to do. Tap or snap. That is, I mean, and let's be honest. Christian Hart is not letting go of that maneuver until you do tap. So if you do not tap, he will definitely make you snap.
Exactly.
Definitely make you snap. So, what do you think? What do you think? We're moving on already, Wusi, to the last match in the semifinals. Can you believe that shit?
I can't.
And look who it is. Look who it is. I mean, how awesome. The Omega versus the Olympian. Again, don't forget, this is the very first time these two have ever met in the ring. Ever.
This is crazy.
It is going to be fire. Although I expected a fire high-octane matchup, well, I guess it was high-octane. It just, so let me just put that in another way. I expected a much better matchup between Reese the Voice Williams and the Iceman Christian Hart. And I'm not saying that the Iceman's better than the Voice or anything, but tonight he definitely was. But that was to me, that was not necessarily an upset victory, but a shocking victory, the way it happened, just the way it unfolded. You know what I mean?
Is a better phrase of that match. Shocking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, holy jeez. I mean, I'm still shocked. I am still shocked over what we just witnessed transpire. I mean, absolutely insane. But again, things are moving along quite nicely tonight. We have only one dark match main event, so perhaps we are going to have that other. Who was it that wanted the matchup? It was Snorhawk64, yes? Carlos Hawkins. So perhaps I'll shoot off a message to Vinny K and see if he's got any superstars ready to rock and roll. Uzi, Thomas Graves, I saw him backstage. Do you think he would accept a challenge from Vinny K tonight? I mean, things are moving right along. We can probably have a couple, 2-3 dark matches tonight, my friend. We can entertain the masses with some epic wrestling shows tonight. We got to finish this tournament first, but we are already just about through this fantastic, another blockbuster tournament here at the Archiverse.
So what I've heard lately is Elijah Archer is kind of mad that Thomas Graves beat him for the Heritage title.
Well, yeah, but we're accepting between streamer teams and Vinny K superstars.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
We're trying to get them circled into the mix. Don't forget that the streamer teams have been dominating the scene while all the other superstars, we've been paying them to ride the pine. We need to get them out there working in the scene, if you know what I mean.
I do.
You do. But Thomas Graves, there is definitely somebody on Vinny K's roster, I'm sure, that would step up to the plate on short if he wants to go. I mean, I'm not saying that Thomas Graves is even going to accept a matchup. You're going to have a quick discussion with him. Maybe shoot him off a text right now, see if he's ready to go, see if he's willing, if he's called upon.
He is ready to go whenever he's wanted.
Well, all right then. Let's get that done then. Shoot him a text message. Tell him to get a hold of the Archiverse management team. Tell him the tournament is just about through, and if he is looking to grab the brass ring, if he's looking to get into the spotlight as we head into the Archiverse 3.0 experience and towards one of our next big stream per-views of 2022, then he's going to want to get a hold of us ASAP, baby. Let's get this next match started. It is showtime and go time for the final matchup in the semifinals. And by the way, I got to issue everybody's Archiverse bucks, so let's do that first. For anybody that actually bet on the matchup here. All right. 71% chose the Voice, 29% chose the Iceman. Well, guess what? The winner that moved on to the finals, the Iceman Christian Hart, baby. All right, so the next one, and I'll open up the betting lines again. Is it going to be Rude or Omega? Team Riggy 2K3 or Team the Ornery Knight? As usual, 5 minutes to make your bets. And there we go. Betting lines are officially open for this final matchup in the semifinals. So go ahead and spend your wallets until they are dry. Put up your mortgages, the pink slip for your car, your child's inheritance fund. Pick a side, take a stand, gamble away. But do not blame us. We do not condone, advertise, recommend, or acknowledge that gambling is a good idea. It is just an option available to entertain the masses in case one does want to earn some extra Archiverse bucks. If you know what I'm saying, Woozy.
I do, so I
All right.
to Thomas Graves.
All right, let's save that story because we are going to get this matchup underway. It is showtime and go time. Final match in the semifinals. We're going to get a final underway here shortly in this Championship Gold Rush tournament. But while these gentlemen are coming to the ring, I'm just going to take a short bathroom break because my bladder might break, and that is ghastly and not okay. So we're not going to do that. But Woozy, you are in charge of entertaining the masses while I am gone for a brief moment or four. And if you would, nobody's redeemed it, but since Snorhawk hasn't told a bad joke today, perhaps you could tell a series of jar the memory of one Snorhawk64, so perhaps he remembers he has a job to do here at the Archiverse, and that is entertain us with his bad jokes. Do that for me. In the meantime, I'll be back. Enjoy the entrances of these fine gents.
No, you're not Snowhawk, so you got any jokes for us to tell? If you do, we're all ears. Alright, Snowhawk, let's hear your joke. What's the difference between a rabbit and a plum? I have no idea, Snowhawk. What is the difference?
The following contest is a submission match.
Good,
Making his way to the ring
I got a joke for
from
you.
Valhalla.
Why did the pony
at
get sent to his
294
room?
pounds, the Olympian, Reed Rude.
Take a look at the talent in competition here. You can see exactly why the WWE Universe is so amped up for this one.
You want to stop horsing around.
He's been demanding this match for quite some time, and now he is ready to compete.
Okay, here's another one for you, Snowhawk. What did one math book say to the other? I have tons of problems. I have tons of problems.
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 261 pounds.
I'll tell those jokes when he gets back.
Marshall.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Some would say the
I'm
superstar
telling
thinks a
two
little
jokes.
too much of themselves.
You're telling 2 jokes? Excellent.
This is a serious
I already
contender
did
for any
tell
title.
2 jokes.
Oh, you already did. Fantastic. Entertaining the masses while I was bleeding at the bladder, draining the dragon, if you will.
And Snorhawk told a joke for himself, too.
And look at stunning Marshall Omega coming out full of confidence.
He said he'll be making a statement.
The winner of this match will move on to the finals to face the Iceman, Christian Hart from Team Christian Cool, to become the inaugural TWA World Television Champion. A match I'm already excited about, and I don't even know who his opponent is.
Exactly. And here's the reason why I went with Marshall Omega. Because in his previous match, he did not really take that much damage.
In normal circumstances, you couldn't really go wrong betting for either. But, man, oh man, what a match. Here we go.
The bracket is starting to take shape.
Look at them go. Oh, Jesus, a snap DDT right off the hop by Reed Rude. And look at this, Marshall Omega, falling neck breaker. These guys are not pulling any punches.
And he's able to
Struggling for control, both of them. Powerhouses, they both are. Look at them go back and forth the exchanges. Another neck breaker by Marshall Omega. Looking to fly is the Omega.
He's begging him to get up so he can put him back down. Up high.
Oh, he got a big flying cross body. And Omega's trying to oh, look at this big springboard moonsault landing right on the rib cage of the Olympian. Look at this. Whoa. Springboard 450 splash. Omega flying all over the house tonight. Woozy, what do you make of this match so far?
Phenomenal.
A single leg camel clutch and a great counter.
Look at that. Ripped his leg out and broke free of that camel clutch of Marshall Omega. Look at this. Using his own move against him. The Omega Clash used against him, and he is also slapping on his submission, but decided to slam his face into the canvas instead. Marshall Omega
It can't be understated how much that could have just
got a first-hand experience on what the canvas tastes like.
He did?
He did. Had himself a little mid-match snack. And look at this, Reed Rude going upstairs. Again, he flew earlier. He's going to fly again. Look at this. Oh, he landed right on the knees of Omega, though. Landed right on the knees of Omega. And Omega, look at this. He is flying again. Damn, big 5-star frog splash, and he crash landed right on the knees of Rude. They are going to bust each other's rib cages on one another, Woozy.
Yes, they are. They're going to spin back and forth.
Archie does not hate good jokes. That is misinformation, propaganda. Leaflets are being dropped by the enemy invader known as Snorhawk64. Trying to stir the pot he is. Pay no attention. Pay no never mind. Oh, busted open Reed Rude. Big flying forearm off the top rope.
And he's just in reach of the ropes and gets it to force the break.
Man, oh man.
Become a competitor's best friend in desperate moments like that one. Looking
Why
wobbly in the
don't
corner.
you look at his joke?
Look at my look at his joke. Okay. We don't want Snorhawk to cry all night long, so I will look at the joke. Making me go back in the chat room. I should ban you just for making me scroll back and look at shit. Let's see, where is it?
Setting up again.
I saw the rabbit joke.
Oh man, what a light drop.
Can he shut the door on this one?
Is it the rabbit joke? What's the difference between a rabbit and a plum? They're both purple.
Yeah, that's
except for the rabbit.
But will he be able to last much longer?
The question was, what's the difference between a rabbit and a plum? Men said they're both purple except the rabbit. What is both? Oh, he tapped him out. Reed Rude squeezed the life out of Marshall Omega and tapped him out. Wow. Winner of the match, ladies and gentlemen, and moving on to the finals of this TWA World Television Championship Gold Rush Tournament from Team Riggy 2K3. He is the Olympian Reed Rude. Wow!
Results of this battle plain to see on their face. At least they
look at the blood flowing out of that forehead, and he has to go have a battle with one of the best in the game, one of the best technicians on the planet, the excellence of execution, the Iceman, Christian Hart. What a final this is going to be, Woozy.
Yes, amazing.
Whoa. All right, well, I'll issue the Archiverse Bucks. 63% of you villains chose Reed Rude. Wow. And there's a lot of Archiverse Bucks on the line here. Reed Rude was the winner. There you go. Archiverse Bucks have been paid out. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the final of the tournament. Is it going to be the Iceman or the Olympian? You're going to have 5 minutes to make your bets on this final of this absolutely fire and stellar tournament, by the way.
Yes.
My God, right from the very beginning of the show with the best 2 out of 3 lockdowns with the crazy Vixens. We had the very best from the women's division. Fatal 4. Best 2 out of 3 lockdowns for the inaugural TWA World Women's Championship. Of course, won by Olivia Payne from Team Woozy the Villain 1993. And then right into this phenomenal tournament. It has been absolute fire all night long. And as you can see, the Olympian and the Iceman have been dominating, slicing through this tournament like a hot knife through butter. And here we are, the final of the match, and here you go. You guys have 5 minutes to make your bets. Is it going to be the Iceman or is it going to be the Olympian? Who is taking home the TWA World Television Championship? Team Christian Cool or Team Riggy 2K3? Who's it going to be? Woozy.
I'm going all in on the Iceman.
You're going all in on the Iceman? Snorhawk is going with Reed Rude. Quasar, who are you going with, my friend? Either way, open up your wallets. Here's your chance to earn some Archiverse Bucks. You will be paid out immediately following the matchup. And this is one hell of a tournament final. The Iceman, Christian Hart, multiple-time world champion and tag team champion, taking on the Olympian Reed Rude, also a former 2-time TWA World Heavyweight Champion, a former World Television Champion. He is a powerhouse and a master technician facing the excellence of execution. And Christian Hart may not be able to match power with Reed Rude, but he can certainly wrestle with the very best of them. And we all know that size has never been a factor when it comes to the performance of Christian Hart. Some will argue that is not what she said. There was a time where 30 seconds was a factor in his game. But we don't need to talk about that because tonight he is avenging that Royal Rumble tenfold. And here he comes, the man from Team Christian Cool, the Iceman, Christian Hart.
The following contest is
Here we go.
Wrestling Alliance World Television Championship. Making his way to the ring, representing the Hart Foundation.
This is going to be fire.
Ohio.
High octane, elite level, non-stop professional wrestling action all night long is promised. The final, no different.
Guys, we're going to finally have a champion after this one.
And you have to imagine.
And then, of course, next,
the pressure here. You don't come into a match of this magnitude.
after the main televised event goes off the air, we have our dark match main event. We've got Umberto Carrillo challenging Big Money Marcus Stevens for the WCW TNT Championship. And from what I understand, Thomas Graves, another member of Team Woozyville in 1993, looking to accept a challenge from Vinny K's roster as well. I don't know if that opponent has been chosen as of yet. Woozy, do you have any information, any details on that?
As we get started here, let me remind everybody that the title is on the line here tonight.
Yeah, but that's just a mere formality. The way I see it, there's no way we crown.
So we will know before the end of the first dark match then?
Correct.
Or what would be the first dark match? If he didn't have an opponent, I guess it would be the dark match main event. So if Thomas Graves wishes to compete here tonight, he is going to have to let everybody know before the end of the dark match, for now, main event. But we will see Big Money Marcus Stevens taking on Umberto Carrillo for the WCW Thunder TNT Championship in the dark match main event after this tournament goes off the air.
Michael, and he all of a sudden realized that to stand out here in the WWE, you have to be bold.
Versus Joseph Damien tonight.
Oh, that's right. Team Snorhawk 64 has called out the Nightmare Joseph Damien. Very interesting, too, when you think about it, because you've got Vinny K Superstars looking to challenge the streamer teams, and you think he would want to take out one of those guys, but he is looking to face the Nightmare. That is a big meal for the end of the night, if you would think. If you will. All right, here we go. It is showtime and go time. The championship is on the line. Let's go. The Iceman, the Olympian. Somebody's walking out of here a champion. Let's go.
You'll have to forgive me for the lack of information on this title, but I have heard that it's highly coveted.
Oh, big standing dropkick. And that is impressive, by the way. A big standing vertical from a big man like Reed Rude. Look at that big diving elbow. Buries that elbow right in the sternum of the Iceman Christian Hart. Big elbow to the midsection. The Iceman looking to mount a comeback here. Look at that standing vertical.
1, 2, 3.
We could be here all day. Power.
Wow, the power of the Iceman, because Reed Rude is a very large man. Very large man. Snorhawk has 13,000 Archiverse bucks on Reed Rude, folks. Wow, big 5-star frog splash by the Iceman Christian Hart. And let me tell you, the ribs of Reed Rude took a lot of damage in that last matchup. Nice belly to belly. More damage to the ribs and spine of the Olympian Reed Rude.
Getting up, but doesn't have a clue.
The Iceman taunting him to get up off that. Oh, big flying cross body. Yo, went for a springboard moonsault. Tried to play with his foot a little too much there and got bit woozy. Oh, look at this though. Wow, caught the boot. Dragon screw leg whip, and he nailed it that time. Springboard moonsault off the second rope. And the Iceman is all over the Olympian right now. He is ice cold. And look at this. Here we go again. Cross-face chicken wing. Locked in tight. It is locked in tight. No way! Yo! Ladies and gentlemen, he did it. He tapped out the Olympian Reed Rude, the winner of the match And new TWA World Television Champion from Team Christian Cool. He is the Iceman, Christian Hart. Wow.
That match was quick too.
Snorhawk 64. Look at 94%. 18,000 Archiverse bucks were on the Olympian Reed Rude. 6%, only 6% of the bettors, the gamblers, if you will, were betting on the Iceman Christian Hart, and they just won themselves some Archiverse bucks. I am issuing the payout right now.
I did earn some Archiverse bucks tonight.
Wow, that is awesome! What a way to end the tournament. And of course, we're going to have to get a snapshot of this tournament victory for Team Christian Cool. So just give me a moment while we take a quick snapshot here of this beautiful championship tournament victory by the Iceman Christian Hart. Give me one moment.
Jinx.
All right, there we go. Christian Hart is your victor and the inaugural TWA World Television Champion. Congratulations to Team Christian Cool. Congratulations to the Iceman Christian Hart. What a tournament and what a victory. All right, so the first dark match main event of the evening, Falls Count Anywhere. We're going to the TWA Encore Arena.
I have been just given the word on who he's facing.
Hey, let us know. We want to know, but we're going to be looking for Umberto Carrillo from Vinny K's Universe, challenging Big Money Marcus Stevens in this dark match main event. And it is going to be for the brand new WCW Thunder TNT Championship that Big Money Marcus Stevens just recently won. He's putting it on the line for the sake of the prestige and the honor of the championship and simply to entertain the masses in this dark match main event. WCW Thunder TNT Championship, Umberto Carrillo versus Big Money Marcus Stevens. Let's go. Now, of course,
I don't know why you agreed to this. I don't know why.
Now, of course, we don't normally open up betting lines for dark matches, but if somebody redeems it, we will, of course, do that. Boss Apollo says, Big Razor open challenge to anyone. That is a hell of a statement.
Braun Strowman is accepting my open challenge.
Sorry, say again?
Braun Strowman is accepting.
Braun Strowman is accepting the challenge of Thomas Graves?
Yes.
That is outstanding.
Television Championship.
All right, here we go. Umberto Carrillo from Team Vinny K making his way to the squared circle first.
Umberto Carrillo is here.
There's a redeem.
Sorry?
Star redeemed. Open those betting lines.
Open those betting lines. All right, here we go.
A lot of people have questioned just how far Umberto Carrillo can go, but he assured me that he is as
All right, is it going to be Umberto Carrillo or Big Money Marcus Stevens?
The challenger knows he has a good chance of becoming champion tonight.
All right, as usual, you'll have 5 minutes to make your bets. Is it going to be Umberto or Big Money? Betting lines are open. And here he comes. the WCW Thunder TNT champion, Big Money Marcus Stevens from Team Tiliana Pierce.
Here we go, gentlemen.
Apparently 2 of his side plates fell off.
Coming up, and a huge opportunity for the champ to
We'll have to make sure we fix that problem.
There truly is none better in all of WWE right now.
I don't know what happened there.
That makes 2 of us.
He's got 2 out of 4 side plates.
Many are predicting a title.
Maybe when Christian Hurt was stealing the championship, he just wanted a tournament, actually. Maybe he stole the side plates off of Big Money's championship. Oh, there they are. They're back on. Weird.
Introducing the challenger from Monterrey, Mexico, weighing in at...
What do you think of the WCW Thunder TNT Championship, Woozy?
Amazing. Outstanding.
It's, of course, inspired by the AEW TNT Championship. I always liked that title because it was nice and simple, but yet it was a fairly nice championship. I never liked the side titles, so of course I changed those. I added more gold to the plate, and instead of silver, I made the rest of it platinum, and it made it a much nicer TNT Championship. And of course, you can now see the TNT and the CBS side plates on the championship as well.
Title is defended.
And satellite dishes, of course, signifying that it is a television network championship. So I put my work into it. As you can see, the platinum, and then there's gold around the outside. And it is the WCW Thunder TNT Championship. Of course, WCW was on TNT, as is AEW. So fitting. So I took some new and some old, combined them, and made a much better championship, Woozy.
This superstar did things on their own terms, and that's why they're the champ.
That hard work and determination.
Oh, Big Money absolutely throttling Umberto Carrillo here.
Close contest.
The torque.
Uncorks a thunderous chop.
Nice. But the torque on that suplex of Marcus Stevens bounced Umberto Carrillo off that canvas.
Grabs the leg.
And now he's just toying with Umberto Carrillo here. Oh! Tornado punch right to the jaw. And look at that, Umberto Carrillo is staggered.
Combat zone. Corey, what are the keys to remember for the competitors? You got to tee off on an opponent. Use every
Nice sidewalk slam by Big Money.
It's about a competitor getting theirs by any means. The more damage you inflict, the better. This is all about total destruction.
Backbreaker. Ooh, went for a diving headbutt, but Carrillo rolled over, and Big Money ate the canvas.
Absolutely.
And again, beautiful spike DDT by Umberto Carrillo.
Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want. Oh,
Big Money just ragdolling Umberto Carrillo here. Ooh, big elbow right to the midsection. And Umberto Carrillo actually looking to gain some momentum here. Yo, look at that. Nice. A springboard arm drag, and that's partially a wrist lock takedown there, too, so that does not feel good to the arm or the wrist. Wow. Beautiful cross body by Umberto Carrillo.
Drop kick to the spine.
Big Money actually taking a bit of a beating from Umberto Carrillo here now.
Forced out of the ring.
Over the top rope he goes. Umberto Carrillo tosses him right down to the floor and is wasting no time at all chasing him down.
Here he comes, sliding.
Carrillo tosses him back into the ring.
Okay, he's re-entering the ring.
Walking him over to the ropes. I don't know what he's planning to do here. He better make his choice soon before Big Money has a little too much time to recuperate. Oh, springboard roundhouse kick to the face. But look at that, Big Money explodes. It's like it angered him getting that kick in the face. Exploded. And look at this. Wow. That is crazy. And there's another power slam. Good Lord, just about put Carrillo right through the canvas, and he somehow still kicks out. He still kicked out, and the frustration clearly building in Big Money Marcus Stevens here. Whoa, nice diving body splash by Big Money Marcus Stevens. Wow. There it is. The Big Money shot. Wow, Carrillo kicked out of that too. The Big Money shot was executed. Oh! Whoa! Got him right in the chinny chin with that one, Woozy. Got him right in the chin. But look at this, Stevens. Well, he was reversing. Another reversal by Carrillo. Down goes Marcus Stevens in a standing moonsault. And look at this. He is locking on the rings of Saturn here. Rings of Saturn locked in tight. Stevens fighting off here, though. He's not ready to quit. He is fighting it. Look at this. He's powering out. Big elbow right to the face. He breaks free.
This deep into a match is where trouble
and Umberto Carrillo could not get the job done. Nice evasion by Stevens. Carrillo went for a big kick to the head. And a brutal slam. Big high-angle body slam there. More of a release slam. And another tornado punch right to the face. And no way Umberto Carrillo's taking many more of those tonight, I'll tell you that.
Carrillo set hard to the outside.
Little taste of his own medicine.
No need to rush.
Getting tossed over that top rope. And the later the match goes, that becomes a worse thing to have happen to you.
Painful attack focused on the chest. The challenger's
wow.
And this is, well, it's not looking good.
Ooh, jawbreaker. Nice reversal.
Showing how much punishment he can withstand.
Oh, look at this. Big Money setting him up outside the ring here. Oh, no. Yo. Wow. A last ride by Big Money, and that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still the WCW Thunder TNT champion from Team Tiliana Pierce. He is Big Money Marcus Stevens. Wow, that was a great match. Umberto Carrillo put up a much better fight against Big Money than I thought he was going to. I mean, Big Money just about lost that a couple times, guys. He just about lost that a couple times.
Here is your winner.
Right, 82% of you said Big Money Marcus Stevens was going to win the matchup, and he did. Payout has been issued.
Big Money Stevens.
Wow, what a match. Thankfully, the title plates found their way back to the championship. I'm glad somebody picked those up and screwed them back on. I mean, Jesus Christ. All right. So up next, we got 2 matches left of the evening, but first it is going to be Thomas Graves going into action against Braun Strowman. We're going to have another Falls Count Anywhere matchup. We're going back to the Archiverse Encore Stadium. And let's find Braun Strowman. And now let's find Mr. Thomas Graves from Team Woozy the Villain 1993, who issued an open challenge. Braun Strowman decided to accept that open challenge. So it is Thomas Graves versus Braun Strowman, 1v1 Falls Count Anywhere. And then the final match of the night is going to be between Team Snorhawk 64 and Team Kraken Skulls. It is going to be the A-List Carlos Hawkins versus the Nightmare Joseph Damien. That is our go-home happy match, and then we are going to raid. We'll discuss that in just a little bit. Let's get this matchup underway. Thomas Graves, Braun Strowman. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Do you guys want some betting lines open?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
Well, you know what to do.
I know. I'm doing that right now.
Is it going to be Strowman or Graves? Who is winning this matchup, this grudge match between one of the greatest streamer teams of all time and Vinny K's monster among men, Braun Strowman? You got 5 minutes to make your bets. Betting lines are officially open right now. Who's it going to be? Earn yourself some Archiverse bucks. Open your wallets. Spend your life savings. Let's go. Take a stand. Pick a side. Strowman or Graves? Team Vinny K or Team Woozy the Villain 1993? Who's it going to be? We are going to find out, because it is showtime and go time for this grudge match.
Here comes 6'8", 385 pounds.
Here we go.
Chaos.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring.
It's going to be chaos, but it is going to be exciting.
Weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman!
Let's go.
Strowman has a mean streak
go.
a mile long.
Yeah, and a proven history of not playing well with others. The monster is about to be unleashed.
So far, there's over 4,000 Archiverse bucks on the line, folks. Even if you spend 10 Archiverse bucks, if you bet in the right direction, you are going to win a fortune. Let's go. And here he comes from Team Woozy the Villain 1993. He is Thomas Graves. He is the TWA Heritage Champion. And he is always trying to talk on the microphone, but that thing is... I mean, does he forget to put the batteries in the thing or what?
He does. He does forget that.
Look at him. I mean, he's worse than the old ring announcers from the Archiverse 2.0 at this point. Seriously.
Is that possible?
Yeah, apparently. It is apparently possible. Yo, Glanola, the great guest host with the most, Glanola in the house after his amazing 20-plus hour subathon. And he rocked it out, had a great time, put out some great content, some great people stopped by and supported it. That was fantastic to see.
You never know how a Falls Count Anywhere match is going to end. Such an unpredictable environment for these.
Woozy, if we could...
You get what
Pardon
it
me?
says on the package.
You were silenced? That is ghastly. But if you could, drop a shout out for the great Glanola.
I'll do that right now. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Who silenced you?
That should be it.
Noah.
Ooh, Glanola with the ability. Oh, yeah, okay, I see it. Wow, just shows up on the scene, already stirring the pot. Ooh, jeez. Handspring Enziguri by Thomas Graves, and the big man took right off his feet. Nice. Beautiful forearm right to the side of the head of Braun Strowman. So far, so good for Thomas Graves. He is off to a very quick... Ooh, that was beautiful.
Feeling the pressure. Braun is shockingly being dismantled.
Braun able to take
Wow, look at that. Nice reversal and retaliation. And the power of Thomas Graves on full display as he slams with authority the monster amongst men, Braun Strowman.
collect yourself. Otherwise, the beatings will continue.
Now he tosses him down to the floor. These two big gentlemen are going to go to war on the unforgiving floor.
Oh, this is going to hurt.
Oh! Oh! Dominator by Thomas Graves.
Caught the leg. Reciprocating the initial.
Nice! Little capoeira there from Thomas Graves, the martial arts skills. Braun Strowman tried to gain the upper hand, but a cartwheel kick to the face changed his plans. Oh, look at this. There is that single leg camel clutch, and that seems to be a very popular move amongst the superstars these days. For good reason. It is a brutal submission move.
Attacked in the midsection.
Oh, double underhook suplex by Graves. And look at this. Wow, what he was going for a big senton splash.
Much worse for him, Cole.
Missed the mark though. Catches the big man coming off the top rope. That's something you don't see Braun Strowman doing very often, clearly for good reason. Yo, running STO by Strowman. He just can't seem to gain the momentum though. Thomas Graves just seems to be too good for Braun Strowman, and that is just speaking. Oh, got the knees up. Got the knees up just as I was boasting about Thomas Graves. And Graves comes crashing down ribs first into those knees of the giant Braun Strowman.
This is no time to hesitate. You can feel the end coming.
Ghastly. Oh, look at this, deadlifts him.
From the ground up.
And a running power slam. Down goes Graves. But Graves kicks out. 2 count only.
How they got up from that?
2 count only.
Strowman is going to have to readjust.
Ooh, face first right into the canvas.
What more he must do.
And picking him up right by the throat. And look at this, just tosses him right into the ropes. And he's going to do it again. The power of Braun Strowman. But look at this, Graves with a reversal. Ooh, caught by a big kick to the midsection though. Another reversal by Graves though, look at this. And a big sucker punch right to the face. And he now is clubbing away, chopping down the big man. And the tree has fallen, but he's picking it right back up. And knocking it right back down. Chopped it down, now he's making firewood out of him. Pounding away at the spine of the big Braun Strowman.
What do they have planned here? Oh, look at the cross.
Oh, look at that. Oh, a Samoan driver by Graves. He is not done. Picking him right back up.
It's been an hellacious encounter thus far.
Picking him right back. Oh, look at this. Strowman.
Ridiculous power. He's got it locked in.
That is a triangle choke. But no, look at this. Graves fighting back. Big body shot right to the liver. Went for a big over right, but evaded by Graves. And look at this, Graves. Wow, look at this. Rolls him down and kicks him right in the face, and he's going upstairs. He is going to fly. Big flying body splash. And he covers the big man up. 1, 2. Oh, 2 and 3 quarters.
Just how difficult it is to
2 and 3 quarters.
Your best at him, it's still
Yo, there it is.
What's the tally on how
It's like a reverse senton.
lift off?
Wow, corkscrew, but he missed. He somehow managed to miss. Luckily for him, Braun Strowman's in bad shape here. Looking him at a comeback though, he kicks Graves in the face. Graves a little woozy there. No pun intended, woozy.
saw it coming and got out of there.
No pun intended, but he did look a little woozy and wobbly. Now Braun Strowman on the attack here. Big power slam. Big power slam. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match from Team Vinny K. The monster amongst men, Braun Strowman.
Unexpected falls count anywhere.
That was a good match. It was a hard-fought victory by Thomas Graves, but Thomas Graves, I think, needs to get back to the drawing board and figure out where he went wrong there. I think he just toyed around too much. I mean, there were times he could have put that match away, I think, and he toyed. And that is a very large toy to be playing with, you know, especially if you lose control of it. And he lost control of it. As a result, much to his dismay, he's taken a big L against the monster amongst men.
As on top of things as he could possibly be here.
All right, now it is on to our dark match main event of the evening between Team Snorhawk 64 and Team Kraken Skulls. It's going to be the Nightmare Joseph Damien taking on the A-list Carlos Hawkins. All right, let's see. Let's find Carlos Hawkins. The Nightmare Joseph Damien. And I actually didn't mean to put a championship on the line. Does Damien have a championship? I don't think he does. He does not. So let's take that off the line. There we go. I didn't mean to put a championship match. This is simply a grudge match between Team Snorhawk 64 and Team Kraken Skulls. Alright, here we go. Dark match main event of the evening. Let's go. It is showtime and go time. Falls count anywhere. Team Snorhawk 64's A-list Carlos Hawkins versus Team Kraken Skulls, the Nightmare Joseph Damien. This is going to be fire, Wizzy. What a great way to end the show. What a great way to end episode number 280.
Yes, it is. I'm about the broadcast of the night.
That is ghastly. This is the final match, and you are skipping out. How dare you, sir? Ghastly.
Okay, you convinced me.
What is the last match of the night?
I can watch this last match.
You can watch the matches of dark matches. All right, here we go. Hawk 64 versus Team. Say it, Woozy.
I lost my train of thought there.
You lost your train of thought? It is the dark match main event. It is Team Kraken Skulls versus Team Snorhawk 64. A-list Carlos Hawkins, the Nightmare Joseph Damien. Let's go!
Showtime and go time.
Showtime and go time. Dark match main event, baby. This is going to be fire. And Snorhawk 64's team could have taken a challenge from Team Vinny K like Thomas Graves did. Like Big Money Marcus Stevens did. But no. A-list Carlos Hawkins wants to take a bite out of the Nightmare. He wants to see if he can knock the Nightmare off his pedestal. Become a nightmare for the Nightmare, if you will. The question is, can he do it?
A competitor with his share of detractors.
Can it be done? I still have to issue Archer versus Bucks, by the way, so I'm going to do everybody's payout right now. Braun Strowman won, so if anybody bet in favor of Braun Strowman, that was probably the upset of the betting evening.
Yes, it was.
And does anybody want to bet on this one?
I've already redeemed it.
Did you already redeem it? All right.
Yes.
Give me 1 second.
From your
Fire.
darkest fears, weighing in at 342 pounds, the Nightmare, Joseph Damien.
All right.
Big time.
So is it going to be A-list or the Nightmare? You're going to have 5 minutes to make your bets, as always. And there we go. Betting lines are open for this dark match main event of the evening. The A-list or the Nightmare? Who is going to take home the big W in this grudge match, dark match main event? Here we go.
This is it. No disqualification.
Who are you taking, Woozy?
Anything goes and everything is legal.
I do not.
You're going for the A-list?
In this match.
Yeah.
So far, there's over 7,000 Archiverse bucks on the Nightmare Joseph Damien. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're feeling courageous, if you've got a set of cojones, a set of testes, a set of balls between those legs of yours, somebody does. There goes 100
Right to the arm.
on the A-list.
What a kick.
100 Archiverse bucks versus 7,000 for the Nightmare. Come on, guys, get those wallets open. It's your last chance of the evening to earn Archiverse bucks. This is the dark match main event of the evening. And right now, the Nightmare is all over the A-list. Oh, look at this. Carlos Hawkins very quickly fighting back and escaping the armbar of the Nightmare.
Able to parry that one. Nice takedown.
No, wait, actually, you're saying it backwards. There's 7,000 on the A-list.
Going way up high.
Oh, is it? Because according to this, it's 7,000 on the Nightmare.
He's looking a little off balance.
It says A-list on the left, Nightmare on the right, and then it says 100 on the left, 7,000 on the right. So just the way mine is showing. Either way, there's a lot of Archiverse bucks on the line, and I believe there is still time to make your bets. Unless it is closed.
I have a theory what's coming next.
He's got his best
still
opportunity right in front of him.
Whoa! The A-list just picked up the big dub, very close, but no cigar over the Nightmare. The Nightmare still in it to win it. And look at this. Big choke slam, and he dropped right to the mat with him. That was a lot of torque behind that puppy. Bounced the A-list, and somehow Carlos Hawkins right back on his feet and right back in the battle. These guys are crazy. These guys are absolutely crazy. And by the way, thanks everybody for being here tonight. It was a great night. The 2 out of 3 lockdowns match with 4 of the greatest vixens in the women's division went to battle and war. Olivia Payne, the new NWA/TWA Women's World Champion. It was an absolute fire way to set the tone for the evening. The tournament for the TWA World Television Championship was phenomenal. And of course the victor, the Iceman Christian Hart from Team Christian Cool. The dark matches have been phenomenal tonight. Big Money Marcus Stevens defended his WCW Thunder TNT Championship. We saw Thomas Graves go to war with Braun Strowman. Unfortunately, Braun Strowman from Team Vinny K picked up the W over Thomas Graves. And now an absolute clinic between Team Kraken Skulls and Team Storehawk 64. The Nightmare Joseph Damien and A-list Carlos Hawkins are absolutely getting the fans on their feet, revved up, ramped up, electrified, and ready to go home with a smile on their face. But it's been a great night, and of course, we'll see each other tomorrow night when we bring another special edition of the Archiverse at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the final show of the week, because it is WrestleMania weekend. So of course we're going to be busy watching WrestleMania. We're not going to be trying to compete with the Archivers because we don't want to take fans away from WrestleMania. We don't want to be sued by the IRL Vince McMahon because people are tuning into the Archivers watching the late night place to be the most must-see show on Twitch TV because we are the very best in fantasy wrestling actions, bar none, period. The best promotion on the planet, bar none, period. We don't want that kind of hassle. So we're giving the weekend to Vince McMahon. Tomorrow night, we will crown another champion. We will see more warriors going to battle. It's going to be a great night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there we have it. That is it. That is all. The winner of the match from Team Snorhawk 64. He is the former undisputed king of the Archiverse, the A-list, Carlos Hawkins. Man, oh man, what a night. That was an exciting evening. I appreciate everybody for being here. It was an awesome night, an awesome tournament. And now we are going to take our electricity, our vibes, our entertainment value we have for the evening, and we're going to go visit Yaden RMP, who is actually an independent professional wrestler. He owns his own professional wrestling promotion, Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling. It is a great time watching the promotion. They've got some great talents circulating in and out, winning championships. And he's also a streamer here on Twitch aside from that. So we're going to go over and say some hey yo, see how he's doing and see what's going on over in RMPville. And of course, again, that stands for Rocky Mountain Pro. Make sure you show him some love. Let's jump on over and see what they are doing. Let's go. See you tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out.
Have a good night, everyone.